3, 2, and 1.
Three, 2, 1. We're back.
Episode 12.
12th episode. And a lot farther than we've ever gotten before.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
I
it.
think the farthest we got was the Skype go around. That was probably like
Couple.
five, 6
I think
max.
Like 7 maybe. 7 maybe. And these are definitely better. This is just the beginning.
The audio doesn't cut out.
It can always get better. It's only can go up from here. Only can go up. Learn and learn. But we're starting today. Today's mostly going to be NFL. Little to no, mostly no
Week
basketball.
2 is now over.
There's nothing happening in the NBA. It's starting soon. We're about a month and a half
start
out.
Late October. Can't wait.
Month and a half out almost. Probably a little less. But also very excited. Of course, we're updating the Lakers every day. We're going to be...
Of course.
I'm definitely lacking on TikTok. I got to be better. I need to be better.
I didn't make a TikTok just for the simple fact of what happened.
I haven't posted any TikToks on my actual TikTok. I've been doing this PFE Sports TikTok.
I thought about doing it today, but I was like, I got to be clear-headed when I do it. I can't make TikToks when I'm pissed off. Because you're not getting content, you're just me being a salty little bitch.
We'll get into that. That's what we're starting. Week 2, thoughts. I'll let you kick it off. Starting a low note and a high note, if you know what I mean.
But Bengals lost. We are 0-2 for the third consecutive year. Not the start I anticipated.
Sure.
It's a never-ending cycle for me as a Bengals fan. The year... Actually, I had an English assignment today called... It's usually like a writing prompt we do before every class. I wrote about it. I wrote about this cycle I had to go through every year as a Bengals fan. Start the year before football starts, as every fan does. They're excited, Football's about to start.
Sure.
Their team, and the Bengals, they're considered a Super Bowl contending team.
Yep.
Then, I think we're going to blow out the Patriots, cupcake game, lose. First 2 games we play, we look like shit. Actually, last game we didn't look like shit. I will say that. We should have beat the Chiefs. I'll get to that after my cycle. Then we lose a couple of games, and I contemplate why I am still a fan of this team.
Sure.
And it just, And then usually in the past, they get better and they show why they're Super Bowl contending team. I will do the same this year. I'm going to lose my mind. If we lose to the Commanders, I'm going to buy a plane ticket to the Golden Gate Bridge and I'm going to jump off. That's what I'm going to do. But to the game, we had them right in sight. And then DeJohn Anthony. For starters, why the fuck are you on the field? Who told him to be on the field?
You got a lot of safeties over there. Geno Stone,
Jordan Battle, Von Bell. There's the only 3 safeties.
You can even put Dax Hill back
that
there.
should
If you wanted
touch.
to.
Well, he's more of a corner now, but that should touch
guy.
the football field, especially on a 4th and 16. Crucial play.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's injuries.
There's not. No injuries at all. Unless there's a minor injury. I don't know.
Maybe they're tired. They're tucking it out.
But our rush defense, it's fucking atrocious. I feel like
DJ Reader gone is huge.
That's the biggest impact I've ever seen. It's
Chiefs
damn near when
walking
LeBron
down the
leaves the court. It's damn near like that.
They're just walking down the field.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's back there. Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler, I'd probably start them in fantasy next week. But offense looked good. Jamar threw a little pussy fit.
Yeah.
You're starting to piss me off, Jamar.
He didn't have a great game either.
He didn't. He
Hasn't had a good game
he got
yet.
blanketed.
0 for 2.
The thing is, a lot of Chiefs saying McDuffie fucking clamped him. Did he win the matchup? He sure did, but Clamp's crazy. If you watch the game, McDuffie was not guarding him one-on-one the whole game.
McDuffie's more of a slot corner, too.
That's what I'm saying.
He might not have been matched up with him a lot.
Since T was out, they weren't just doubling Jamar, they were triple teaming Jamar.
Sure.
They were using Jamar as a decoy at the end of the game, which with Zach Taylor, I like that. Because if you watch the end of the game, every receiver that lined up on Jamar's side, 9 times out of 10, they got the ball that play. Sure. Even Romo himself, which, by the way, the glazing with him is crazy, with Mahomes. I'm not going to talk about that, but one play was crazy. Even Romo said something about it during the game. Offense, I think we're back. I think it's fair to say that. Offense looked great.
I don't think he ever left. I think
Joe Burrow looked great.
First game of the season.
Honestly, this game puts that fucking to doubt that Joe Burrow's not good because his receivers. He had a great game, outplayed Mahomes. Mahomes had a shit game once again, where the Bengals defense is Mahomes' kryptonite.
Sure.
I know we didn't win, but Mahomes played like
he
shit.
He has played poor against your D.
He's
Sure.
historically known for doing that. Not historically known. It's not like it's been like a thing for like fucking 10 years, but like past 2 years.
Hasn't had the success that we've seen him with usually.
Since the Joe Burrow era, we'll say that.
He hasn't really been successful in terms of like those crazy games he's usually putting up for sure.
We should have won this game. We outplayed them. There were so many drops, and not only drops, there were drops in crucial moments. First down and 10.
We'll get there.
Mike Gesicki drops a nice pass from Burrow. It was only 5 yards out, but still, that would have been a first down. Then second down, I think that was the drive Burrow fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
So imagine he gets that first down. We probably do something else there. Maybe
that was bad. Unfortunate.
Maybe he still fumbles there. Whatever. But and then the last drive before punting off the Chiefs, the whole 4th and 16, Yoshibal, second down 6, drops the ball, would have been a first down. Clock would have kept moving. Whatever. So
was it like a tough catch or
no? He was kind of. I mean, did Joe throw it fucking perfectly? No, but like it was like a 5 yard in, and like Joe threw it like right here. Still should have got it.
what was it? 4th and 6?
It was 2nd and 6.
Oh,
Which brought up 3rd and 6. They bring safety blitz, and what's his name? Chris Conner, whatever, the guy that got the fumble touchdown.
I think it's Kamari Connor.
Untouched.
Block sack, bro.
Yeah, Zach Burrow on that 3rd down. So then obviously we punted, and then defense. We also did good on that last drive. Trey Hendrickson was just eating Kingsley Sumata's lunch. Just bitched him all day.
Second round pick at BYU, I think.
I believe.
Did not
I think he was
look
a
great.
3rd round pick. Or was he second?
I think he's second. He was early second.
But I don't know. Either way, ate his fucking lunch. And then that fucking I've also been seeing a lot of stuff that there was 2 holds in the offense line for the Chiefs on that 4th and 16 play too.
I saw those too, but like at the same time, you could literally go to every single play ever on a field and find holds.
Now there is something that I saw a TikTok of, and this guy on CBS, he brought up a very good point. Now, was the DeJohn Anthony a penalty? It sure was.
Mm-hmm.
But let's flip the roles for a second. Not like Chiefs Bengals, like receiver and DB. Let's say that was the receiver that jumped up on the DB, went early and got the ball. Would that still be called a penalty?
Like if it was called offensive pass interference? Yeah, so it's in the corner's got it in his grasp, receiver takes him out.
Yeah.
I think it just depends. It depends if it's a play on the ball.
Because DeJohn Anthony was making a play on the ball. He did not hit Rasheed Rice. I mean, he did, but like
If it's like as the ball's getting there, it wouldn't have been a penalty. But DeJohn Anthony he bumped Rasheed Rice early. That's the only reason the play was called. If it was a receiver,
it should be called illegal contact, not pass interference.
you don't see that too often. Like especially from how that play happened. John Anthony was behind him coming up. Rasheed Rice was really jumping and go get the ball, and as he was going, he got bumped forward. If that was, I don't know if that's gonna literally like a scenario you'd see a receiver in. Maybe, but like I feel like the receiver definitely gets in terms of jump ball ability, you get a little leeway because like if you're gonna have contact, I mean, I've never seen that called on the offensive player. I don't know.
It's whatever. And also, one thing I want to talk about how Chiefs fans were saying that they're Bengals a bunch of crybaby bitches once again. But let's go back in time to last year when Chiefs versus Bills, the Kadarius Toney offensive offsides penalty.
Yeah.
And when Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen met up at midfield after the game, Mahomes was a salty little bitch.
It was, yeah, for sure.
Not Mahomes' brightest moment. Oh, Chiefs fans, you guys were real quiet about that one. I don't want you guys to ever call us a bunch of
salty.
bitches.
It was obviously offsides. I think it was just such a cool play that it really just,
It sucked that it happened.
It sucks because I was like, you've never seen that before. When have you ever seen someone catch a ball midfield and tight end cross field to the open guy and score? I've never seen that.
I don't think I've ever even
Might
seen
not see it ever again.
Like even
and there was like the whole Kadarius was trying to like check on and like the ref said he was good, but then threw the flag. It was weird.
I remember the next day, Dan Orlovsky. This is kind of getting off topic for the Bengals game, but I'll just say this quickly and we can move on. He literally they broke it down. Kadarius Toney was offsides again like 10 times, and like
a lot of receivers are offsides. And you never see him call it anymore. But you see that they're calling the fucking offensive line, belt line shit
illegal
all
formation,
all game.
Especially week 1.
There's so many receivers that are offsides, and it's inches too. Like if you're gonna call inches on the receiver, the belt line, helmet, fucking shit, you gotta call inches on receivers. And I don't want them to because that would just like make the game longer and fucking stupid.
Like
if we're calling dumb penalties all game.
This is a Sunday night game. There was like 20 penalties,
and you still see the offensive line shit. Like I swear, half the time on pass sets, it looks like the tackles are going early. every team.
Jawan fucking Taylor, dude.
Like every team looks like they're going early, but like they're not going to call it. I think the backlash from week 1 is going to start setting in, and they're not going to be super strict as they were. But I even saw a lot in some games. It's really just per game basis. Like I feel like some games there's a lot of them, the referee crews, but I feel like it's a lot of games there was like no. So
takeaways from the game: should have won. We played better than the Chiefs. Chiefs got bet out by John Anthony. He was secretly wearing the red jersey that day. But, we lost, whatever. Moving on Monday Night Football at home against Commanders. Let's be boy Jaden Daniels.
I didn't want to mention, I told you earlier the other day, but I watched the Barstool Sports guys. They were talking about it, and, Big Cat, and I think it's called
Pardon My Take
podcast. And they said the reason everybody blames the Chiefs for, like, these referees, because you've been hearing it even last week against the Ravens. It was, the Ravens... bullshit. Chiefs won by penalties. Like the Ravens did have an illegal formation in all those plays, so you can't really bitch. I thought a couple of the holds were really bad, but the difference between the Chiefs and most teams, because the Chiefs get a lot of penalties, but the difference is they make you pay for those penalties so much more than these other teams. Like if you give, and it's Patrick Mahomes, if you give Patrick Mahomes, the Joe Burrows, the Josh Allen, if you give an elite quarterback another down after, like, it's going to be some, especially if they're going to get a new set of downs. Like majority of the time on penalties like that, they're getting a fresh set of downs. And if you're giving a quarterback 4 new plays to come in the clutch, they're gonna, like, it's unfortunate. But if it's a fucking Desmond Ridder, Derek Carr, you're like, whatever. But the Chiefs specifically are gonna dog walk you if you're gonna give them chances.
Look at Derek Carr soon, MVP candidate.
Fuck Derek Carr. We'll get there. But yeah, I thought you guys played well. I thought it was a good game. I think maybe I told you after the game, maybe it's they get you now, you get them later kind of thing.
I hope so. Because odds
are you seeing the playoffs.
You have no idea how many Chiefs TikToks I fucking saved. And oh dear God, if we beat you guys in the playoffs, especially at Arrowhead, oh my gosh, please, Jesus, please make it happen.
For your division though, Steelers leading that division 2-0.
Honestly, like I said this last week too, like if the Steelers are leading, the Ravens also lost. So the Ravens and Bengals are both 0-2.
The Browns are 1-1, so like.
And they barely beat Jacksonville, who doesn't look good at all.
The Juggernauts being lower, and the shit team, Steelers.
The Steelers, they barely beat the fucking. Their defense is literally was winning.
They barely beat the Bronco. It's literally T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt's gonna win MVP.
They've scored 1 touchdown 2 games.
All
they do is kick field goals to you guys.
If they fuck around and make like a wild card at like a 9-7 or something, and they barely score any offensive touchdowns, I want the MVP award to go to T.J. Watt. He should win the MVP. If you're he single-handedly beat my team. I don't even want to talk about it. I can't anymore. He single-handedly beat the Falcons. We couldn't pass the ball because he was in the backfield every single play. And with a guy that's limited already, injury or not, he's not a fucking Lamar Jackson. You're not gonna get the ball off. And then he single-handedly beats the Broncos. And their defense as a whole is just really fucking good. They have a good DB room. Joey Porter stepping up.
And the thing is, like, T.J. Watt, like, he may not, like, get a, like, he obviously is going to get a shit ton of sacks, but, like, he's only I think he only had 2 sacks. I think he only got 1 sack last week, too. It's
the pressures, man. It's
that, and he's getting all these holding calls, too, because, like, you damn near have to hold him damn near every time.
The pressures are, and you have to double him. You have to double him with your linebacker. You have to double him with right back. Or you can, even if you double team with the lineman, someone else is coming. And the Highsmith ain't bad. He's a serviceable pass rusher. He's not fucking crazy, but like he's a B+ kind of guy. And then you also have
Anderson, but whatever.
They also have athletic guys inside too. Keanu Benton's good. I like him. But their defense especially is good when you don't have to cover people for very long. I don't think their DB room. I think their DB room's good. It's not as good as people are saying. I heard best in the league a couple times recently. I was like, you're crazy. They only have to play coverage for 3 seconds.
He's good. Minka Fitzpatrick. He's one of the best safeties in the league.
What I was getting at is it's good that your team has your best teams 0-2 and your shitter teams at the top. Because like if it was the Ravens 2-0 and you were 0-2, it would be a lot harder to come back.
It would. I don't feel the Steelers. I don't. Fucking if we lose to them, whatever.
Just Fields, week 3 starter.
Basically.
Who do they even play this week? Who do they play? Is it some
Broncos.
shitter?
They play the Broncos. Oh, they play this week?
The Chargers. That's a winnable game.
The Chargers
look good, but that's a winnable game for them all day. Falcons. Wow, man. Inspired is
Saquon fucked me in fantasy.
Is a downgrade. Thank you, Saquon, for dropping that ball. I really appreciate it. And honestly, go fuck yourself, Jalen Hurts. You're a scumbag. You were going out of bounds on a 3rd and 16, and you're a scumbag piece of shit.
3rd and 11.
Bullshit ass play. He goes to the sideline and then he turns upfield for a gain of 7 as we're letting up. You know what you did. It's frowned upon. You're a scumbag. It's bullshit.
He's a piece of shit.
Next time Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons, lay that motherfucker out. I want to see him hurt. That's bullshit.
Won't see him hurt.
I don't want to see him actually hurt, but like I want to see him down, man.
No, he's already said.
I want to see him. I want to see.
He wants to see him hurt.
I don't want to see him hurt.
He wants to see him hurt.
I want to see that motherfucker getting hit, man. We're not gonna do that.
Quarterback should.
You can't do that.
I'm all for protecting quarterback because especially as a fan of a team whose quarterback has been injured quite some time.
I'm about to protect the quarterback too. But if you're gonna be a running quarterback,
that's what I'm saying.
And you're gonna teeter-totter the out of bounds line like almost like no, you're gonna get laid the fuck out. And I'm tired of this bullshit. He single-handedly
preach. Man.
Yeah, I think he had almost 100 rushing yards. Single-handedly, the only reason they were even close in that game, I think, our defense was clamping. It came down to Jalen Hurts running the ball, and a good chunk of his yards. Not a good chunk. A couple of play of his yards were him being like a scumbag. Like, I'm going to go to bounds. It's like, upfield. Bullshit, Jalen. But we won the game. Last laugh. Last laugh for us. Thank you, Saquon.
Scott Van Pelt also jinxed you guys, too.
Scott Van Pelt can go fuck himself. Jason Kelce can go fuck himself. Wow. I had to hear Jason Kelce
talk
about
go fuck himself.
Jason Kelce was hating on my team, too. And the whole second half, I had to listen to him fucking commentate.
To be fair, Jason Kelce did play the Eagles.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Be nice. He didn't talk. Anytime we did something good, it was fuck. Like you're in the booth, brother. You're in the fucking booth.
He's trying his best.
Matty Ice don't do that shit. He did
do that. Actually.
He's on the Eli and Peyton cast. Eli and Peyton cast though, that's different. Eli and Peyton cast is like a joke. They just goof around and make fun of each other. If you're in the booth, like Matt Ryan's, he's been in the booth for Falcons games. He doesn't sound super biased. Like he definitely. There's probably times he has to mute the mic. But he doesn't get up there. And Jason Kelce's not a booth guy, so like I'm not too mad about it.
He was only there for.
It was just like I'm done.
And also like when he was in the booth too, they were just jerking off Cam Jurgens.
And he didn't have a great game.
Like a tush push. Jason Kelce, it's that farmer strength.
He had like 3 or 4 illegal man downfield calls on him. Like they were all on him. Like it wasn't, and it really kept us in the game. And because we honestly penalties kept us in that game a lot, and the drop by Saquon. But the penalties, the whole game I was watching, I was like, all right, let's see if this is actually a penalty. They were actually penalties.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit here and say that we got bailed out. You guys were downfield blocking. Sorry about your luck. Like, you can't do that.
Learn the rules.
But we start out, where we score straight field goals pretty much the whole game.
Yeah, I was in our boys' league, Hayden had Falcons kicker, and I was like, okay, let's not fuck around and do this again.
Youngway was killing it, straight field goals. I want to pull up the box score while I'm here. Just give it beautiful candor. Straight field goals. We also had that. We had a 43-yard touchdown to Darnell Mooney.
42. What? I'm sorry.
Go fuck yourself.
We're in a pod. I'm trying to get the stats correct.
Go fuck yourself.
It was 42 yards.
Darnell Mooney.
You did the same shit back.
Caught it. 1 yard's crazy. Darnell Mooney caught it. Tried to make a tackle. Couldn't make a tackle. He gallops in the end zone. Does a flip. Relax. I was
hurt yourself there, brother.
He had a good game. He had 3 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. The 3 catches he had were 2 on the very last drive.
On the last drive, yeah.
He had the touchdown, and he had 2 big ones on the final drive. We'll get into that final drive. Bijan, there's just levels to this shit. This motherfucker looks ridiculous running the football. I've never been so happy about a running back in my life. Like, walking down the field. It was a free 5 yards every time he touched the football, pretty much. Even for Tyler, he ran hard. My one gripe.
He ran hard.
Gripes, red zone. I would like to see some more. I know Drake London touched on the end of the game in the red zone, W. But a lot of times, all those field goals, we get close, and then we'd like dick around, and we would just like run in fucking slants in the red zone. I want to see some fades to Kyle Pitts here and there. Maybe the best contested red. He's like, what?
None. Keep going.
What'd I say?
Just keep going.
I didn't say anything.
Just keep going, bro.
Kyle Pitts, a fade would be nice. We throw it up there.
He's like, how tall is he? Like 6'6"?
He has like the highest contested rate catch like ever in college. Like he's up there. And we never throw him fades in the end zone. He's 6'5", 200+ pounds. Maybe a chance. Even if you want to put everybody else over here on the left, give him over here on the right. If they have to double him, someone's gonna get open. That's one extra guy on Pitts.
Math.
Like you gotta get. I think we need to get Pitts more involved in the red zone. And then Drake
get him more involved.
Drake
in
had a nasty route on the last play of the game for us.
That was a good route.
Fake the post, back out, touchdown. Love to see it. We left a little too much time on the clock, but I didn't care. I was like, ugh. We had no timeouts.
I feel like Jalen Hurts is not a clutch quarterback.
We had no timeouts. He got pressure in the last throw. Jesse Bates.
He still shouldn't have made that throw. Devontae Smith was not open.
I don't think he was open either. But no A.J. Brown also for him. So, like, We didn't get AJ Terrell getting mossed all game.
No AJ Brown for at least a couple weeks.
You love to see it. He's gonna miss a couple weeks. We'll get into the injuries after this, but
he had the same shit Teagan said. Tweaked his fucking hamstring last day of practice.
my favorite part of this day was Big Kirko. After all the adversity from week 1, saying he's washed. I saw so many fucking TikToks saying he's washed. It's time to panic. Put in Penix. I was like,
that's week 1 overreaction.
He didn't run any play action against the Steelers because he was still getting the feel of things. The long rollouts like he is used to, which he's had a lot of success with in his career.
And also TJ Watt fucking
didn't. And TJ Watt he had no time to throw the ball against TJ Watt, which we'll get into that with Caleb Gary shit ass. Had a bounce back game. I know the Eagles pass rush isn't what it once was.
It was pretty bad that game.
But Kirko had all day to throw, and Kyle Pitts and Bijan actually laid out fucking Nolan Smith on a chip block. Really? But they did a lot better helping the right side of the field for Caleb Gary because last week Pitts literally was almost not helping. He was pushing him so far out that it was making it impossible for Galen Gary to get TJ Watt. But Big Kirko comes in. We started at 30. We go 70 yards in under a minute. They had 34 seconds left. We had like a minute and 39 or something like that. After
I think it was like just a minute, a little over maybe.
We had a picture perfect drive. Kirko and Matt Ryan and Eli Manning and Peyton Manning, I was watching a little bit. They said when you go to a new team, the easiest stuff is like the 2-minute stuff because like that's your best plays. And you're just not even thinking about stuff. You're just acting on feel. And that made a lot of sense. Kirko looked like vintage Kirko, whatever that is. Vintage Kirko of like Minnesota just dicing up, not making mistakes. He had no interceptions, 242 touchdowns. A lot of it came on that last drive. 70 yards of it came on the last drive. Yeah. But you'd love to see it. We didn't need him. We didn't need him to pass the ball. If we can get him to do that every game, we don't need Kirko from Minnesota to throw 400 yards. We have a rushing attack that's one of the best in the league, top 3, top 5 rushing attack in the league. Especially after that, Eagles D-line got abused, and they have a good D-line, especially rushing. Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, those are run defenders. They got bitched.
Jordan Davis play? I don't see much of him last
night. He got bitched all game.
I know Jalen Carter did. But
Bryce Huff, Nolan Smith, and Josh Sweat, they're serviceable pass rushers. We handled ourselves well in that game. I'm very proud of us for how much we blocked, especially how bad it was against the Steelers. I'm glad we got a little kick in the ass for that one, boys. Jesse Bates, game-winning pick.
See Chris Jones next week.
We'll see Chris
and
Jones.
A crucial pass breakup, too.
Jesse Bates had a huge pass breakup on the goal line on Devonta Smith. Beautiful punch-out. Beautiful. And then he also had that pick to seal the game. What are you going to do? Jalen Hurts got hit as he threw it and threw it right to Jesse Bates pretty much. But good shit. Way to seal it. Way to hang on to that ball. He could have easily dropped it.
Sure could have.
Way to fucking seal it. You're a difference maker last year. You deserve to be able to fucking end the game like that. Really appreciate it. But we also got gashed in the run. We'll stop there. We got obliterated up the middle. Jalen Hurts and Saquon could literally do whatever they wanted up the middle. Nate Landman was out. If you don't know Nate Landman, you're a casual.
I feel like not a lot of people know.
Not a lot of people do. Landman. He is a great, great run defender for our team. He's our best run defender, especially at linebacker. I think he's our best linebacker. I think he's better than Caden Ellis. He doesn't allow. He doesn't miss tackles. Troy Anderson, go back to playing quarterback, please. Cut. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
he couldn't tackle anyone. He's just a freak athlete. Like, he can't tackle. He played quarterback in college at Montana State. Like, what are we doing?
He's an athlete. College football, ATA.
He shouldn't be. He had to play because of Nate Landman being out. Nate Landman, hopefully, he's back soon. But I'm really happy. I was so happy. I felt like we played good enough. We just needed to stop the run. We couldn't stop the run to save our lives. And Saquon, thank you so much.
I definitely feel you on the stop the run.
Saquon, thank you so much for what you did for us. Drop that ball. That was massive. I was nervous about going to the last drive. We got the W. Going to Kansas City, man. I'm excited for that game.
We laid out the blueprint for you.
You know, and especially after starting 0-1 against a team we should have beaten the Steelers, which we talked about how the Steelers have a good pass rush, but we still should have won that game. We were the favorite to win that game. We should have won the game. I think we were better than that game. Our offense was just so limited. It was just a limited offense.
I feel you.
We got Kansas City. 0-2. 1-1 looks a lot better than 0-2. I'll tell you that much. And 1-2 looks a lot better than 0-3. It's a completely different story. There's odds are 1-2, but I'm hoping for a win, obviously. But if we can just compete with this Chiefs team and like keep it close, do our thing, run the ball down their throats,
they're not gonna have
I would be very happy. I'd be very happy. I would Carson Steele fucking game. I'm not gonna sit here and beg for wins every week. I want to see progression.
I am.
Kirko's here for 4 years. We're gonna see progression. That's my goal.
We don't have wins. I need wins.
Sorry.
I'm begging for wins. If we don't go 2-2, we face the fucking. We'll get to the Panthers quarterback division soon, but face the Commanders and Panthers.
Yeah.
Those were teams with the first and the second pick this year. I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, we after the Chiefs game, we got a very, very easy schedule the rest of the year. Hopefully, we can just win games we're supposed to win. Unless we'll get to the Saints, unless they're just the fucking messiahs over there. Everybody's and the Bucks too, I guess. But we're gonna start with our week 2 thoughts per game because this is mostly an NFL episode. So lock the fuck in. There's gonna be a lot of NFL.
Lock in.
Bills, Dolphins, Tua, IR.
Tua's damn near died again.
They were down 21 before he got hurt, though. I don't want to make that slip.
Yeah.
They were losing drastically when he got hurt.
Just,
It wasn't like the Dolphins lost.
the reason why they were losing, it's honestly kind of because of fucking play calling. It was terrible play calling. A lot of dink and dunks before Tua even got hurt.
Devon A-Chain Glaze was crazy, dude.
He got 30 touches.
He was getting every look, and Tyreek was mad outside. You could see him. He was like, he wouldn't get the ball. And a lot of it was...
Because they weren't pushing the ball down the field.
I know getting Devon A-Chain in space is like a good thing, but, dude, they were going 4 yards backwards on these pitches to get him out in space, and they'd lose... Half the time, they'd lose 10 yards.
I hate the halfback pitch. I don't think it's a good play unless you have a good run blocking. I don't
mind a under center halfback pitch. A shotgun backwards pitch is fucking stupid.
I don't like it.
You're starting 11 yards behind where you're starting. This is terrible.
I like the pitch in general. Like, I just don't. You got to get more yards. You should. It's just this. So analytics here. Dumb play. It's a dumb play. You need more yards than you need.
They were running on 3rd and 2. They'd be running on 3rd and 2.
That's what I'm saying.
And now they're in shotgun 6 yards, 4 yards back.
3rd and 2 turns to 3rd and 8, just like that.
And then they're pitching backwards. Like, so we're looking at a 3rd and long here because you want to pitch backwards, get Devon A-Chain in space. But mostly the Bills. James Cook had a 3-touchdown game.
He had a really good game.
They had good field position too because Tua had 3 interceptions. So it wasn't
one
really,
interception was like reflected right off the shit receiver. I don't know who she is.
It was fucking I can't remember. Right off his face.
It's a good throw by Tua. Second one, I don't want to blame Tua because it looked like maybe it was just miscommunication between him and Chosen Anderson.
Yeah, it was way over his head. It was like a weird one.
Tua is like one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to guess that was a
miscommunication.
Miscue. Third one, crazy. Trying to throw out of bounds.
Oh, yeah,
just
that one.
Lack of arm strength.
That showed there.
Just like, Jesus, man.
His biggest knock is he can't throw the ball far.
Throw it in the dirt, I guess.
Throw your attention to the ground. It was 4th down anyways.
That was a terrible throw. They scored a touchdown, too.
After that pick, it was just kind of demoralizing, especially when Tua got hurt, which he should have slid on that play.
It's not even like the Bills' offense played too well. I mean, they played well, but they were in good field position. Like they started.
Josh Allen didn't have a good game. I shouldn't say he didn't have a good game. He didn't let him stash it.
They were up 31-10.
They didn't need him to be
31-10 before halftime.
No, 31-10 is not a score.
What was it? It was
when
like Tua got hurt. 31-10, right?
It was like 20. I think it was. Who scored the touchdown for Devon A-Chain did?
It was A-Chain. I want to say it was.
Yeah, I think it might have been like 21.
They scored once in the third quarter, so it was 31-10.
28-10.
It was 28-10. Yeah, 28-10.
So yeah, 28-10 halftime. Huh.
No, it was
28-7.
No, it would have been 31 minus 7. 24-10.
24-10. Okay.
And they scored once in the third quarter, but they were trailing. Josh Allen, the first interception from Tua was like across midfield. Second one was like maybe at midfield, minus the run back though. They ran it back. I think it was 10 yards, and then the third one was a pick six. So like they were down early. Josh Allen didn't have the Bills' offense didn't look crazy, which has been our take. Like the Bills' offense, we don't think is that great. Their defense
their defense kind of carrying.
Defense just put them in good spots.
Since Joe Brady became their offensive coordinator, they're kind of I don't want to say like a game manager for Josh Allen, but they're not relying on Josh Allen as much as they used to.
I think that comes with lack of receiver talent. Too.
Like I know, but even last year, like there was games like against the Cowboys, they blew out the Cowboys. Josh Allen didn't have 100 passing yards. Like
scrub ass.
Since Joe Brady's become the offense coordinator, like he has those games. I'm not saying Josh Allen shit. I don't want you to take that away. I think Josh Allen's a very talented quarterback. Not as good as Burrow, but
this was the week of upsets though.
It kind of was.
Week of upsets.
Chiefs beat the Bengals.
Finishing. 2 was on the IR. They signed Tyler Huntley.
At least missed 4 weeks.
We'll see. Tua said he has no intention to retire, so I guess that's good for him. But is it? Is it good for him? I don't know. I think it as if I was in the league. I mean, I'm not in the league. I can't relate. But like, if I wouldn't want to retire if I'm a young player who's got paid.
Yeah, but
I would feel obligated to play.
Time, like you've had twice when you're on national television, damn near dying on the field.
I don't think they were near-death experiences. The dude got knocked out.
Damn near death.
The dude got knocked out twice. Like people get knocked out sometimes. It happens. Like,
yeah, but like
I'm sure his brain. If his brain scans were like bad enough where he couldn't play, they wouldn't let him play. So like, I'm sure, and concussions.
He's definitely gonna have CTE.
Concussions people have had, man. Like if you've played football, you've probably had. Most football players probably have had double-digit concussions. You just don't know, like, cause you don't even know if sometimes you just play through it. Sometimes it doesn't always have to be a fucking knockout concussion like Tua. Tua's just got a couple knockouts.
I played football in 5th grade and never got a concussion.
Like you're gonna get concussions. These players who've been playing, who's in their 30s, have been playing football for their whole lives. They've probably gotten lots of concussions. They're not even diagnosed because you just play through it, whatever. But like, it's just, I don't think he should retire. I'm not on the team or to retire. I don't think he's gonna die on the field. I'm not gonna, I think he'll be all right. And I think he wouldn't let him play if he couldn't play. But upsets. Vikings beat the Niners. Again. Sammy D MVP season.
Okay, crazy. I don't know what it is, but back-to-back years, Brock Purdy, when he doesn't have all of his weapons because McCaffrey got put on the IR, that was it. I mean, Debo got hurt. That was at the end of the game.
I think he missed the end of the game, yeah.
So,
I think Kittle got hurt too, though. Concussion or something like that.
Oh. No, he had cramps.
Cramps, yeah.
Pussy. But anyways, back-to-back fucking years when, like last year, they got embarrassed by the Vikings. Not embarrassed. It was kind of like similar score.
Yeah.
I think it was the
It was
game
a Monday night game,
23-17?
right? Wasn't it
Yeah.
a Monday night game?
I remember beat you by 0.1 because of McCaffrey in fantasy.
Oh.
Remember that game. But
They won by 6. 23-17.
I think it was 22-17 last year. I could be wrong. But I don't know what it is. Brock Purdy he can't figure out Brian Flores' schemes. I mean, he just glazed him after the game, saying your schemes
I just
crazy.
don't think Brock Purdy's very good.
He's not a good quarterback.
I just think if I'm the Niners and you have to pay Brock Purdy here soon, a couple of years, 2 years from now?
This will be his third year.
So next year, because he doesn't have 5th year. If you got to pay Brock Purdy, I'm not paying Brock Purdy, bro. Like, there's a ceiling there. There's a fucking clear ceiling.
Also, it's been proven in Kyle Shanahan's scheme that any quarterback, it's a plug-and-play system.
I wouldn't pay
Jimmy
Brock Purdy.
Garoppolo looks like a good quarterback. And since he's left the 49ers, he's on a practice squad. He's the Rams' backup quarterback.
I'm not high on Brock Purdy. And what, for the price tag, they can't really afford him even. Like,
and like, if they pay him, it's going to be 40 plus.
He's gonna
especially
get
the market of the quarterbacks.
I wouldn't. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a clear ceiling when you have a Brock Purdy kind of quarterback. It's not often that you see a mid-tier quarterback win a Super Bowl. They have to be literally carried. And when you got a guy like Patrick fucking Mahomes over there, the Burrow Bengals, the Josh Allen Bills,
I agree.
even if you want to say Philly Eagles, like Jalen Hurts in that Super Bowl was amazing. People forget.
He was really good in that Super Bowl.
He was crazy in that Super Bowl. People forget about that.
He's definitely the best player.
Brock Purdy, I don't think Brock Purdy has those kind of games in him where he can just take over a fucking game like that.
Does he have a game where he's lit up the statue like that?
I'm sure he has games where he's dominated, but not where he's been the best player
I think his games are dominating, like Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Hurts.
There's levels.
Maybe not Hurts, but those guys will have 450 and 4 touchdowns.
Like
Brock Purdy's going crazy is like 250, 260, and 4 touchdowns.
I think there's just levels to the shit, and I don't think Brock Purdy is near that level, like, at all.
And he has more tools than all those quarterbacks do, damn near combined.
We talked about our top 10 quarterbacks. He wasn't even a conversation for our list.
No, he's not.
Like,
and
he wasn't on the list.
In the media, he's the most hyped up, I should say most hyped up quarterback, but he's a shit quarterback, but the media acts like he's a top 10 quarterback.
No.
Like, Dan Orlovsky stays late. No, he's not. If he goes to any other team where they have half-ass weapons, like, for instance, let's say he's on the Bills. They're dog shit.
I think the Bills would suck ass if Brock Purdy was over there.
They're a top 10 pick.
I think top 5 pick if Brock Purdy was quarterback in the Bills. That would be terrible. But the Vikings handle the business, and they get Sam Darnold, another win, 2-0, 97-yard touchdown, Justin Jefferson. It's cool. He got hurt, though. I think it was hamstring, though. I think it was hamstring.
Didn't he hurt last year with his hamstring?
I mean, I read he ran 97 yards straight, maybe. Just cramping up his hamstring. It hurts a little sore. But their defense dominated the 49ers. No CMC. Debo got hurt eventually.
Jordan Mason had a game, though.
Missed some time. And Vikings win. I don't think the Vikings still are a very serious threat. We'll have to see. I mean,
they could fuck around and do something.
They could fuck around and do something in this conference. I don't know.
This could be Sammy D Panthers when we first got through, though. Played good for the first month and played like ass.
Yeah.
We could still see that.
Sammy D is the greatest September football player I might have ever seen.
I wish Joe Burrow would take some
Sammy September. Trademark it. Seattle gets the win. Not an upset.
I was going to say.
New England.
Fuck New England.
They beat New England. The Patriots played good, though, 23-20. No K9. No problem for the Seahawks, it seems. I think they would have been better.
Apparently there was a controversial pass interference call in overtime on Jonathan Jones.
Oh yeah, they did go to overtime.
Apparently, even Tyler Lockett said like it wasn't pass interference. I don't know.
DK.
I didn't see the play.
DK had a good game.
Wide open fade routes.
Yeah.
College football.
Appreciate it. On my fantasy team, I had to plug and play him this week. Was not happy about it. I was scared, but fuck yeah.
No, worked in your favor.
I don't even want to say that anybody played super bad. I think
The
Patriots also they have a ceiling. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Charbonnet played like shit.
They'll hit the earth.
2.7 yards carry, Charbonnet. Debo had 10 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown.
Played good.
12 for JSN and 120. I didn't see that at all. Well, sleeper week from JSN.
I barely saw him in red zone.
Tyler Lockett, receiver 3.
He's getting up
Jacoby played 5. I mean, he's Jacoby set. What do you want? They ran the ball well. 96 yards for Antonio Gibson, 80 for Mondre and touchdown. Hunter Henry, that was his big game. Hunter Henry had a fucking good game.
He had a lot of catches.
That's what I was thinking of. I can't remember. He had like 6 catches in the first quarter. It was something crazy.
He's getting a lot of work.
Next game, upset again. Nah, not really. Kind of.
What?
If you want to. Not really. No, it's not. Commanders beat the Giants.
Not an upset.
Not an upset.
What are you saying?
No. I mean, does anyone have an edge? What's the betting favorite there? The Commanders? A little bit?
Yes.
I don't know. There's a very close game, obviously. 21-18. Not a touchdown for the Commanders. 7 field goals. Austin Seibert, player of the year.
Give him that contract. Give him that extension.
I think they signed him a week ago. That's what they said. Like, during the practice that week. The Giants, Blake Neighbors had a really good game. I think Wandale had a good game.
LSU Dogs.
A lot of field goals.
LSU
Graham Gano's in the IR.
So I think that was the reason why they lost.
That was a big reason they lost, because they couldn't kick PATs.
I saw a stat. They're the only team in NFL history to score 3 touchdowns and not give a single touchdown, still lose the game.
That's
because
crazy.
Usually when you score
they would have missed every fucking extra point. Yeah. Or they would have missed every 2-point conversion.
Probably, yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I know they definitely missed at least one, but
Singletary.
Oh yeah, they had to. 6 times 3, duh. Dumbass.
Yeah.
But I think what was I gonna say? Lost train of thought.
Only team that ever scored 3 touchdowns and not win.
Yeah.
I agree. They lost because they didn't have a kicker.
Oh, most teams usually score 3 touchdowns. 21 points.
Yeah, I think.
And it was 21-18.
I think they at least are tied, and they're going to overtime. So, I mean, that sucks. Blake Neighbors did drop a ball on 3rd and 6 or something like that.
Shit throw, I saw.
Right in his hands.
Blake would never do that.
He dropped it. Hit a really good game, though.
He did make it for it.
Officially curtains on the Panthers. I mean, I gave him a little hope for this week because you picked the Chargers.
Fuck.
Bryce Young's on the bench now.
Oh, shit.
Chargers 26-3.
I still can't believe I said they'd make the playoffs.
They're so bad.
Fuck.
We're gonna have a segment where we go through at the end of the season.
That's it.
That's
it
hot
for me.
takes.
That's it for me.
Our bad takes and our hot takes. Like
that's my bad.
We're just gonna have to let it. We're gonna have to let it ride.
Make the fucking playoffs.
We're gonna have to let it
and
ride.
Now they got the red rifle. Trust me, as a lifelong fan of someone seeing the red rifle, don't have hope in that, man.
We have a lot of takes this year, so we're at the end of the season. We're gonna bring them back.
I better
see how many we got wrong and right.
I better make up for it. I gotta make it take its high.
I didn't think the Panthers would be a playoff team, but I thought they could be. I thought they'd be the second best team in the division. That's clearly not right either. But I think that's not even a hot take. I think a lot of people thought the Panthers would be a lot better. This is ridiculous. They might be the worst team I've ever seen play football. This team is ridiculously bad, and I think I've told you this as soon as I heard about it. I think Dave Canellis is going to be the quickest fired coach in NFL history.
I said he was the QB whisperer.
He's gonna have. I think he's gonna have the fastest fire ever. Because if you think about it, if you play Bryce Young and you continue to suck dick, you can then blame Bryce Young if you're a head coach. Like, we got to play him. He's first overall pick. If you pull him out of the lineup and put in Andy Dalton and he still sucks dick, then you're probably going to get fired because your system's dog shit and, like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
But on the other side, if you put in Andy Dalton and he's somewhat serviceable, maybe you don't get fired. So, like, I think there's just a better chance you don't get fired if you play Bryce Young.
I don't know. Like, I think the risk reward's better for Andy Dalton because, like...
You think so?
I think so, yeah. Because, like, you kind of... I know it's only 2 games, but, like...
10 points?
Yeah.
This is the worst.
So, like, you put in someone else...
I don't think I've seen a worse team.
It's going to be hard for Andy Dalton to do worse than Bryce Young. It's going to be hard.
We're talking...
He's damn near going to have to try to do it.
We're leaning towards first 0-17 team here, guys. Like, this is going to be...
We're damn near 08 Lions, 16 Browns here.
This is... And I mean, even the Curtis Painter Colts kind of level. Like, this is a bad team.
Lions were 0-16 in 2008.
Yeah.
8 years later.
The
Browns. 8 years later. The Panthers.
It could be. That's a good math. But, I mean, they just look terrible. Bryce Young is on the bench, and I don't... I don't even know if someone
And
would
Derek
make
Brown
a trade
fucking
for
is
him.
probably out for the year. Too.
Who's making a trade for this guy?
Nobody.
Like, no one wants to pay him his money either because, like, he's got a first overall pick contract.
Oh fuck yeah!
He is that's like
He's
he's
getting-
guaranteed money, like 20 plus, probably 30.
Oh, not bad.
How
Maybe
much
it's
did Caleb
option.
get? How much did Caleb get? How much did
Per
he get?
year?
No,
Probably
no, like his total contract.
Oh.
I think they're making like, but it's all guaranteed.
Yeah.
All and
Every rookie contract.
guaranteed contract. So, I mean, still no Jonathan Brooks. I don't even know if I want
He's
him
not
to play.
coming back.
I might just tell him to stay out,
he
brother.
might be like, fuck.
Bryce
keep him on
Young,
the pup list.
18 completions,
64
84
yards.
yards.
84 yards.
How the fuck is that even possible?
That is 3.2 yards an attempt.
Like, how is that even feasible? Like, their defense has names. They have Shock Thompson still, J.C. Horn. They had,
J.C. Horn got embarrassed against the Saints.
They had, Derek Brown. Jordan Fuller's not bad. He just came over for the Rams.
Oh yeah.
Xavier Woods isn't bad at safety. He's just plug and play safety always. They signed Jadeveon Clowney. Their defense obviously is bad, but like they shouldn't be this bad. They should not be this bad. The Chargers, Justin Herbert didn't even play well. He had fucking 130 yards.
He's kind of becoming a game manager because Jim Harbaugh.
He
Harbaugh
run the
run
ball
first.
so well. Like fucking 120 for JK again, 131.
Yeah, he played really well.
60 for Gus Edwards on terrible yards per carry, and JK has back-to-back really good games. That looks like a very good dynamic backfield over from the Ravens. Say thanks, Chargers fan. But
Say thanks.
I don't even want to spend much time with this team because we gave them too much credit, and now they're just pissing us off.
Last thing I want to say, I swear, if Andy Dalton fucking beats us week 4, I swear, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Another upset. The Saints fucking walked the Cowboys.
Dog walked.
They dog walked them. And everybody's saying, the Saints legit, the best team in the league, 90 points. I'm not taking anything from week 1. None of that counts because you played the worst team I've ever seen play football. Fuck you guys. And then against the Saints, you had a Cowboys. You had a 70-yard touchdown from Rashid Shaheed, and you had a 65-yard screen touchdown to Alvin Kamara.
Picked him up on the waiver wire, Rashid Shaheed.
They're good. I think they're better than I gave them credit for. I thought they'd be one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if they're going to be. I think there's an easy fall off here. We'll have to see.
They play
the
Eagles, I think, this week.
We're going to have to see. I think they could easily fall off. Derek Carr's still Derek Carr. Their offensive line is mid to bad.
They're just glazing Clint Kubiak.
They always have like Steelers. We've talked about this. They always have like Steelers defenses that are just. They always will have a good defense. Like they never really have bad defenses. They're just like they win games they shouldn't win.
Steelers are putting up 40 points.
And not even to be this guy that's going to sit here and say the win isn't good. But the Cowboys defense is not as good as it was last year. Clearly, Micah Parsons really good. DeMarcus Lawrence hasn't been good in fucking years.
Yep. Yeah.
They lost multiple interior D linemen that were big in their rotation. One, I think Maurice Hurst and the one that went to the Commanders. We talked about it the other day.
Fuck, you said his name.
Dorrance Armstrong.
Yep.
Dorrance Armstrong's good. He's a good player. We're gonna have to see. And then their linebackers are complete dog shit. They were dog shit last year, and especially with Leighton Vander Esch. I think he retired.
He did, yeah.
So like their linebackers even shitter. And then they're
they haven't
missing
a good linebacker since fucking Sean Lee.
Trayvon Diggs off an ACL. Deron Bland's not playing. They lost Stephon Gilmore.
Deron Bland's overrated.
Their DB room right now is not great.
I don't know how they didn't re-sign Stephon Gilmore. He had a fucking cheap price tag for being in the free agency for so long.
Like their defense is not as good as it once was. Like not once was. It was last year because they had a deeper rotation. They just had better players everywhere last year. I mean, even minus Trayvon Diggs, who if he's not making an interception is doing nothing. Like he's doing nothing. He's the worst.
He's not good. In
he's
man
one of the worst
sure.
cover corners in the league, and that's like that's a known thing. So if he doesn't get interceptions, same with Deron Bland in my opinion too. I think both of them are mid.
Deron Bland had a bunch of pick six because the quarterback threw right to him and he's run straight.
He played Daniel Jones twice.
Did you that?
I don't ever have a response to the Saints right now. I'm just gonna say, let it cook, let it simmer. I'll tell you right now.
Let it simmer that pan.
If they prove me wrong, I'll be the first person to say, my B Saints fans still whooping that ass twice, but my B.
Yeah, I'm afraid to make another take about NFC.
But I'm gonna let the Saints just let it simmer, let it come to life. What I think, and I don't think they're very good. I think in terms of talent, they're just not there. So I think they're gonna come down. Another upset. The Packers beat the Colts. Anthony Richardson looked like terrible, ridiculously bad. Terrible is an understatement. Looks like he was only looking for big plays.
He saw it work week 1. He's like, fuck it, I'll do
Like
week
he wasn't
2.
even. There's so many plays that from Colts fans I saw, that, like just snippets where they were wide open curls and underneath routes that he was just ignoring and trying to throw it deep to somebody. I mean, he ran well, kind of. The Packers, Malik Willis should not even have been in this game. They shouldn't have been in the game, especially with how well they played against the Texans. Like, I was really shocked. I had my Anthony Richardson in fantasy. I thought he was gonna light the stat sheet. I really did. I really thought he'd have a fucking 350 plus day, 400 all-purpose yards. So I thought it was gonna be a good day for him. Opposite, the worst day I've ever seen him play football. And this was kind of his knock coming out of Florida. Like, he's not the smartest QB. He's a raw quarterback who relies a lot on big play. Almost like comparison is like Jalen Milroe, pure runner, but he can sling that motherfucker far. And he's a downfield big play kind of guy. And we really just didn't see a lot of AR looking in the media rounds. Michael Pittman's looking really useless right now because he's like, he had Gardner Minshew made him look pretty good because, Gardner Minshew is a pocket passing intermediate receive quarterback.
He's not going to sling it deep.
I mean, he might, but like he's not. That's not his game. He's a much smarter quarterback than Anthony Richardson. Like, and that's not even like a knock. That's just true. Like, Gardner Minshew is like literally one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time.
Burrow's the most accurate.
He's got some of the craziest completion percentages ever. But Malik Willis is terrible. I mean, this is a joke.
He had a couple good throws.
Josh Jacobs had a good day.
They should have won by more. Josh Jacobs fumbled right in the end zone.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs had a good day. But they gave him a chance, too. The Colts had a chance to win this game.
The thing is, I saw a TikTok between Anthony Richardson and Bryce Young. Anthony Richardson played bad, but he showed signs of life. He showed, like that 4th and 11 run, good run. Good run, AR.
Well, Bryce is just, he's undersized.
What is he good at? He
kind of lacks arm talent at this point. I mean, he was known for but even Bill Belichick said he said Caleb Williams can't throw accurately. And we've seen that. He's not a very accurate quarterback. Caleb's not looking great either. And then
my take saying the Bears are with the North.
The thing is, Bryce Young was like clearly the best prospect. So I saw Daniel Jeremiah talking about it, and
I did say before the draft I liked C.J. Stroud more than Bryce Young.
Daniel Jeremiah said
it was him or Bryce Young. I'm not gonna say it. I was a fucking genius for that, but
Daniel Jeremiah said it's like a clear lack of confidence. Like the dude is just rattled, and like he's missing stuff.
I get it.
He's saying he's missing stuff he's been doing since he was in the middle school, like bubble screens and slants and drags and like.
I mean, it's kind of hard when you're playing like that. Like it's kind of hard to play with confidence.
He's got all the media in the world telling him he's a bust. He's got a terrible weapon group. I mean, Deontay Johnson.
He's got the worst in the league.
Deontay Johnson's fine, but like he's always a potential guy.
He's not a number one.
He was always the guy that was like he could be really good in fantasy, but like he's not actually.
I don't know. I can make an argument he's not even a number 2.
Adam Thielen's 35 years old, running slants all game. Still a good player. He would be a good player on like the Chiefs, I think, if he was like running around getting open and stuff. But like on a team that needs a number 1 guy to get. For their young quarterback to be confident in throwing to. He's not confident in throwing any football right now. And he's doing his best. He's running around trying to make plays and getting fucking drilled. Offensive line sucks.
I don't know. They made fucking improvements. They got Robert Hunt. They got Akim Aquanu.
I feel bad. Yeah.
He's solid. Who's the right tackle? Taylor Moton. He's not bad. So they got names over there.
Just an unsynchronized group, man.
I guess.
It's just
and like
no running back to even like, I mean,
the Chargers do have good passers actually.
Chuba's fine, but like they don't really have anyone who can just take on a heavy workload of running and just let Bryce Young do
They just really don't have really any playmakers.
They have no strong point. So and it's just a terrible situation for a quarterback who is seen as someone who is an undersized QB who can't really he can get open and he can navigate a pocket. He's not Anthony Richardson. He's going to run for first down though. He's going to just look for a throw.
He's probably maybe above average in speed.
I just feel bad.
I don't know. I don't even know what he's even good at. Like,
we haven't seen.
What's one thing he does good, like better than an average quarterback?
Well, like his biggest things out of college were his awareness, pocket awareness, his improvising, and his awareness. Like it was hard to get sacked. Like it was really hard to get sacked for him. But I mean, we'll see. I just feel bad. I don't really feel bad. He's a Panther, so I'm glad he's in our division. He sucks ass.
He's a threat. He's not a threat.
I'm just saying I feel like he's still cut something. He just needs to find it. Not really an upset, I don't think. Maybe consider an upset. I don't think so. What? Browns beat the Jaguars. It's close. It's leaning upset. I don't think it is though. especially after people saying Deshaun Watson was like bottom 3 quarterback in football. I don't think he's playing as good as he was. He's not a bottom 3 quarterback in football. Come on.
I saw some clips saying Deshaun Watson's back of his game. No, he's not. He didn't play good.
I don't think he's back to what he was, but like he's not as bad as fucking Danny Dimes and shit.
No.
Like he's still better than like fucking.
He's a serviceable quarterback.
He's a top 20 guy, maybe 25.
I'm glad he's under division because like
He's not bad.
he's not a
dude.
threat.
But they win. Jaguars just didn't really play well.
They weren't good.
Their lack of weapons is kind of showing too. Like Gabe Davis, we're right about that. Sucks donkey dick.
Woo! That's
Gabe Davis
taken right about.
Sucks ass.
Brian Thomas played good though.
Brian Thomas looks good. It's kind of. I think it was a rainy game.
Called that. It wasn't.
Also,
they called it Trevor Bank Stadium, and then you go out
lost.
and you throw some shitter like that. I mean, fuck.
But nothing crazy there.
It was 18-13, wasn't it?
Yeah. Jets beat the Titans, 24-17.
Braylon Allen.
Braylon had a good game. It's Will Levis. Oh my god, dude. I was high on this Titans team, and they've been in good games here. They were competing with the Bears, competing with the Jets, who Jets are. I think they're the favorites to win the division this year. For their division, Will Levis is making terrible decisions, man.
Like in the red zone too, or the pick against the Bears was in the red zone, but it's just like
terrible. The fumble was, oh my god, what are you thinking? Even if he gets it, he's losing 5.
It would have been the fucking same.
Lost yards.
It'd been the same if he got sacked. Like
it was ridiculous.
Brian Callahan got mad. So what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I've never seen a coach like openly discriminate a player like that. Discredit a player like that.
That's not the Bengals culture. He didn't bring that one.
He just said he's a grown man. He can deal with it. That was a stupid fucking decision. Pretty much. What he said.
I like it though. I mean, it's
valid.
It's back-to-back weeks. He's done.
I think it lost in the game because they were in scoring range and the Jets were like on their heels, like bad. It was like I think it was 7-0.
Titans were up. Yeah, it was
They
damn
were
near like
trying to
14-0. I mean, it's obvious. So 14-0 is a whole different ballgame.
They were trying to increase their lead. Jets come back and win. Will McDonald had a really good game. He had 3 sacks.
I didn't do that.
Maybe Will McDonald
They did lose Jermaine Jones for the year, though.
They did. Jermaine Johnson is out for the year. I don't think Son Reddick's played yet either.
He's holding out.
Let me see if he's played. Maybe he has. We just haven't heard about it.
I think definitely would have saw if he stopped his holdout on like Twitter or something.
I think we would have too, but I just want to make sure. No, I got
what number is he?
I got names right here. I don't see him anywhere. If he played, he got no tackles. But Rodgers played fine.
Jets.
Rodgers has under 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Breece Hall did not play good. He had like 2 carries. Just say it. Breece Hall cannot. He's not a good yards per carry runner. He's just not. He needs those big plays. Which
he had a nice catch though. Give him that.
I'm
it was a linebacker, but
we've been known to say that like big plays isn't sustainable, which is true. But like it's sustainable to an extent at certain positions, like running back. If you can break a big run every 3 games, every 2 games, like okay, like right here he had 14 for 62. I want to say he had minus 3 of these runs, he would have been like 10 for 25. Like it was bad. He couldn't go anywhere. He had like 3 runs where he broke for like 15 plus.
It's because the Jets Alliance not as good as it once was.
It wasn't great. We're not really seeing a dominant passing game out of them like we thought we might see with Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I took Garrett Wilson first round of fantasy, and then Rodgers said to get more targets.
The Jets are 1-1 heading to the Patriots, which is a very losable game because they have not a great record.
Logan, you were talking shit about my Bengals and the Jets. I honestly hope, or to the Patriots, I hope you guys do.
I
genuinely hope you guys do.
I think they should beat the Patriots, but the Patriots have
definitely
looked
a
good.
better team.
Patriots look good. They're good enough. Like they could look good enough to win games. They could beat the Seahawks too. So not just the Bengals. Not even hating. Another upset. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Lions.
That was a good game.
Jared Goff.
Chris Godwin, great game.
Chris Godwin's back, baby.
Is he ever gone?
I mean, he was like really good that one year with. I think it was Jameis. Jameis's last year.
Yeah.
He had like a really good season, but because he's playing the slot, now he's back in the slot, so he's back. Mike Evans didn't have a great game. He played whatever.
He didn't.
But Baker's just the grit, man. Oh God.
He's just a ball player.
God, man, I wish I had
such heart.
I wish I had an excuse for a quarterback that if you played like shit, I could just say, well, at least you tried hard. If Kirkle plays like shit, he's a pussy. If Baker Mayfield plays like shit, he goes like this one time. It's a fucking badass move. Like, come on, dude. No, Baker gets. Fuck you, Baker. I don't think you're good at all. 12 for 19. Good shit, brother.
Hey,
I think Goff threw multiple interceptions. He did 2. One of them was a clear PI miscall.
I didn't see it.
Jameson Williams literally, the ball goes to Jameson Williams, he got tackled, goes over his head, safety picks it off, and then Goff's like, what the fuck? No call. And then, I didn't see the last pick.
Was it the
It
end of the
might have
game,
been
maybe?
the last play of the game.
Okay, well, that's
I don't know. I didn't watch it. Almond had a solid game, 11 for 120. Whatever. They lost. They had a chance to win it.
Aiden Hudson, though, 4.5 sacks.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson had a crazy game. I think
Really crazy first quarter. He had 3 in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think the Lions were like first and goal and found themselves on the last play of the game going for it in like a 4th and goal from like the 16 or something like that. Like it was a real fall off from where they were.
Unfortunate.
Penalties and the Bucks again. I think the Bucks are great.
NFC South is good over
I'm
there.
glad all of a sudden the worst division in football is the fucking greatest division of all time. No, man, we're gonna see. They're gonna fall off.
So far, it's not a cakewalk for your Falcons.
I'm getting a cakewalk. What happened to be the easiest schedule now has 4 games that we could easily lose if these teams are good, like they think. So another upset was the Ravens losing to the Raiders, 26-23. Davante Adams with an insane second half. He had a
Really insane fourth
I think it was
quarter.
fourth quarter, really. Yeah, he had a fucking crazy fourth quarter. Brock Bowers looking good.
I think he leads all tight ends in yards.
He's got. I think he had 10 catches.
I think I saw it today.
He had 10 catches in this game. Isaiah Likely fell off a cliff. Not a single stat. I think he got me 0. No, he had 9 catches for 100 yards. He looks good. I mean, I'm liking these weapons at QB. I was higher on the Raiders. I thought they beat the Chargers last week. They didn't, obviously, but they come out and beat the Ravens. Gardner Minshew's got Lamar's number.
He does. Back-to-back years beat him in Indy last year. In Baltimore, winning game.
Derrick Henry got in the end zone, so that's still a good take for us. Derrick Henry scoring touchdowns. I'm trying to think of why they would lose this game. I think a lot of
Crosby.
Ravens fans were bitching about time management and Max Crosby. That's what I saw on TikTok.
Because
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it fully. I watched
Red Zone. Football.
What kind of day did he have? Maybe not even sacks. Just the pressures are ridiculous.
He had at least a sack.
He had 2 sacks, probably 6 pressures to go along with that. Like
maybe more.
He's a really good player. Even Robert Spillane, he's really coming into his own too. Lamar did throw a pick to Robert Spillane. But they just didn't really have... Derrick Henry saw more carries this game. He had 18 carries. So I guess that's something. But they do lose. And tight ends in Baltimore still aren't really doing anything.
Mark Andrews got me 8. I guess it's improved.
Better. But they do lose. I think who they play this week? The Ravens.
Cowboys.
Cowboys. They could be 0-3. We'll see how the Cowboys look.
I hope so, please.
See how the Cowboys look. And then...
Let's go, boys.
I won't even want to say this is like shocking at this point because they did lose both their receivers. The Cardinals fucking dog walked the Rams 41-10. Puka's out for IR still, and then Cooper Kupp's out for
could miss some significant time.
Significant time.
He'll has he officially been on IR yet?
No.
Well, he's gonna.
I'm thinking like if they're bad by the time he's coming back, he's not playing.
It's almost like a kind of year
ankle shit too. Like
it's kind of the year they had the year after the Super Bowl.
He can't avoid the
like a lot of injuries and shit.
So Tyler Johnson and DeMarcus Robinson season. If Stafford can get out some wins with this group he's got, man, this right now with injuries is by far the worst group of guys. Their defense sucks dick.
Yeah.
Their O-line sucks dick. Their weapons suck dick. Like
that was they had going from their offense.
I think they still have a top 5 quarterback in football. It's just son of a bitch. I like that Kyler and Marvin had some shit going. Kyler, we've been on the Kyler train. A lot of people hit on Kyler. We've said Kyler's a top 10 quarterback. Easy. It's living true. Could be even better by the time this is over. But he had a fucking perfect passer rating. Really,
he made some insane plays that game.
That's what he brings to the table. That's why he's one of the him, Mahomes, and I guess like Josh Allen.
Burrow.
They're the first players like that from the time that like with the big play like scrambling abilities. Like that's who we saw it first from. Mahomes obviously, and then Kyler's like same thing. Like he runs around for 10 seconds, throws a fucking crossbody. I think it was Elijah Higgins. Fucking crossbody, back corner of the end zone, like a fucking ridiculous throw. Like one of the best throws I've seen. Like it's nuts. One of the best throws of the season. But they dog walk him. Marvin Harrison had 4 catches for 140.
It wasn't close from out the gate. It was 4 for 130 and 2 touchdowns.
We were high on this Cardinals team going into the year, so that's also living up to us. We thought the Cardinals could easily make the playoffs.
I thought they'd beat the Bills.
They should beat the Bills, I think. But I don't think Marvin caught a ball after the first quarter.
He didn't.
So he went
I saw a TikTok of how like this guy in fantasy, he had like 30 points, and Marvin Harrison got like 29.
Oh, the Asian guy that does the pack openings? Yeah, I saw that guy. I mean, the Rams, Kyron scored, but like, what are you going to do? There's a point where DeMarcus Robinson, I forgot Tutu Atwell on the team. Jordan Whittington is like a fantasy waiver wire pickup right now. That's where we're at right now with this Rams team. It's bad, dude. It is bad. But
feel bad.
I'm not even going to spend time on it because, like, what were they going to do? They had no one to get the ball to.
The Rams were definitely a playoff team last year. I think without all these injuries, they definitely would have been this year too.
We went over your Chiefs game. Chiefs win. Steelers beat the Broncos.
Upset.
I don't think that's an upset. Steelers should beat the Broncos. They did beat the Broncos. 13-6.
Bo Nix looked
Boring
really
ass
bad.
game. Bo Nix, all that preseason hype is dying down so fast.
It's fucking
He looks
preseason,
terrible.
man. We can't hype somebody over
He looks
preseason.
so bad. Like he just doesn't look so bad. I mean, it's not like
He
Bryce
doesn't
Young
look
bad.
very good.
It's not Bryce Young bad. It's giving me like
He's missing open throws though.
almost like kind of like a Jet Sam Darnold vibes. What I'm getting, just like no weapons really. I mean, he has decent weapons.
I saw that
Just
game.
bad
He was
team.
missing throws. Like why? Like the that wasn't a missed throw. Just interception. That was a terrible interception. And like just a lot of like stuff over the middle. He just couldn't throw that. And I'm like, how are you missing that throw? I'm like, I can say how are you missing that throw. Like I'd make that
How could
throw.
you
But,
do
like,
that?
but I'm just like, dude, you're never a quarterback. Like
I mean, I thought he was definitely overdrafted. I thought Penix and him would be in the second round. I really did.
yeah, I did too.
David McCarthy even. They went like
They should have been.
Quarterback was a need though for a lot of teams. So.
Every quarterback was drafted by 12 because the Broncos are 12 pick.
This is ridiculous.
This is why you can't rely on preseason hype.
I don't even want to continue talking about
It's the
games.
same shit
It's
last
good.
year. Remember when Kenny Pickett was looking good in fucking preseason? Kenny Pickett sucks dick.
He's a backup.
Yep.
He ain't dressing, brother.
He had a helmet on last
game we're going to talk about
Right,
because we talked about the Falcons already is the Sunday night game.
night. Sunday night.
Texans Bears 19-13 victory for the
Not
Texans.
as good as the game I thought it'd be.
Caleb looked better. Not good though. He was better than 90 yards. Not great. I've seen a lot of knocks of him saying that they're saying he's holding on to the ball way too long. He's just holding the ball. Like you got to
What I
throw
saw
it.
in that second half, he didn't have much time to hold on that ball.
And the Bears pass offensive line is looking terrible. That's
It
another
was.
thing.
I don't know. I remember us saying this like they weren't a bad group. We thought it was a solid line.
Braxton Jones almost had a Pro Bowl kind of year, but then he got a season injury. Then he came back this
Donald
year.
Wright looks solid. They have
Darnell Wright was, I thought,
who's their
overdrafted.
interior. Tevin Jenkins.
They signed a guy, Nate Davis.
Yep. They have some Titans.
And then I think they brought a new center, too, because I don't think it's
They released Cody
Whitehair.
Whitehair.
I don't think it's Whitehair, yeah. I think it's somebody else. Doesn't
Somebody.
really matter.
Somebody.
But
It's
not a bad group.
decent group.
it's not a bad group at
It's
all.
a playable group.
I think it's more of a running group, a run blocking kind of vibe, more than passing.
Fuck.
But I feel like Caleb was navigating the pocket well. I feel like he wasn't taking sacks.
The one pick that Kamari last year had, I thought that was a good play from Caleb, how to get out of that pass rush. And then he just barely underthrew. I think it was Cole Kmet. Good play by Kamari.
He's also, he's gotten this like huge expectations because he's Caleb Williams. So like
He's arguably like the most hyped prospect ever.
they're 1-1. I do think they're gonna get better. Keenan Allen was out that game, which could be Keenan Allen could be his veteran, just like safety net kind of player. He might need Keenan Allen to that's a big player to miss.
Mr. Reliable.
Keenan Allen was amazing last year.
Little reliable
for
player.
the Chargers, and I mean he's been injured. He's had injury issues his whole career, but like Caleb Williams, a receiver like that who's gonna be open in the slot a lot while DJ Moore is doing his thing. You gotta have time to throw the ball. You really do.
I just think Matt Eberflus is not a good coach. I think showed so much this game.
I thought the late game Justin Fields heroics, almost like D'Lo when he was getting traded at the deadline. Like Justin Fields turned on at the end of the year and was like lighting up my Falcons.
Like, dude, there was
saved his job. That's what
the second half of the Bears offense. If I was a Bears fan, I probably would turn the game off after the third quarter. It was literally run, pass. And the thing is, when they pass, it'd be like little bubble screens and like little drags and slants. DeAndre Swift had 10 carries for 14 yards.
The only credit to Eberflus is that he's a defensive coach and their defense looks great.
Yeah.
But who's calling the plays for this team that's doing this he's poorly?
It was
terrible.
the Seahawks' old OC.
He's not doing well. He got fired for a reason, probably.
It's bad. It's unwatchable. I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
I wanted a good game. And I know the Texans only won by 6, but Texans looked a lot better than the Bears in winning by 6, in my opinion.
I think CJ Stroud was a good throw or something too. Like, he was like, "Oh my god, Mr. Stroud" on Twitter.
I saw that. It was a good throw, but like, I don't think it had to be that great.
It was
Nico
Mahomey.
Collins it was open.
It was a Mahomey throw.
It was not a Mahomey throw.
That's what they said. Mahomey. That's who's on the call
I've
that
seen
night?
so many quarterbacks make that throw.
Who's on the call that night?
It's fucking Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico.
That was very Mahomey.
That's fucking Chris Collinsworth.
Fucking Jesus. The Texans had 1, 2,
They had a lot of sacks.
3.5, 5, 7 sacks.
Should have 8.
Shit.
Neil Hunter almost got Caleb Williams.
7 sacks.
Yes, 8 sacks. Or 7 sacks?
They had 7 sacks.
Fuck.
The Bears did
Shit.
not do well in terms of pass protection. So
Well, to be fair, Texans have a good pass rush. Will Anderson and Dylan.
Yeah.
To be fair. So.
That's going to do it for our thoughts on week 2.
Yep.
I'm going to do a quick cut. We're going to get into some week 3. Back. Week 3. I'm going to go quickly.
Week 3.
I get to go first.
We're going to go fair.
Connor is up 2-0.
2-0, baby.
He's beat me by 1 twice in a row now.
Give me Super Bowl.
So
Okay, I guess it technically will always be Super Bowl.
Sure.
It's only me versus you. All right. Oh, that's week 4. Nope, we're jumping ahead. We're jumping to
Quick 3. Week 3.
Week 3. All righty. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay, Mike's on.
I'm as ready as it gets. I'm super ready.
He's as ready as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. First game is Thursday. That was Wednesday. Is Patriots versus Jets at Jets.
Take the Jets.
Taking the Jets.
So, I'm riding out Logan. Don't hurt me, Logan.
Little brotherly love there. Little brotherly love. Next is Giants versus Browns.
Browns. Rough game for the Giants. Browns defense is really good.
Really rough day for the G. Next is Eagles versus Saints
Eagles.
in the Superdome.
Eagles. Next.
Next will be Texans versus Vikings. The Vikings. Texans versus
Where's that?
Vikings. It's in Minnesota. Minnesota.
I'll go Houston.
I'll go Houston.
Justin's shamed up.
Next is Broncos versus the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. I'm glad we get a free 3-0, Tampa. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Ooh, a little revenge game. Packers versus Titans. Little Malik Willis revenge action.
Give me Tennessee. If it's Malik Willis, give me
In Tennessee.
Jordan Love could play this game. He hasn't put it in there yet.
Next is Bears versus Colts at Indy.
Give me the Colts. I think the Bears are going to struggle.
Give them the Colts. Next is Chargers versus Steelers.
It's a tough game.
This one's a coin flip.
Where's it at?
It's in Pittsburgh, Acrisure Stadium.
Give me the Chargers.
Ooh, taking the Chargers. I love it. I love it. Next is Dolphins versus Seahawks. No Tua. Skylar Thompson.
Probably Seattle.
Skylar Thompson.
It's going to be hard.
Next is Panthers versus Raiders.
Raiders. Sorry. I'm done, Carolina. You lost my trust. You really have.
Next is 49ers versus the Rams.
49ers, Rams throwing the shopping players. These players were at Kroger. They were at Kroger recently.
They're Walmart greeters. Ooh, this is probably the game of the week. Actually, maybe not, actually.
Chiefs suck.
It's good. It's a good game. Not bad. Next is Lions. Oh, you guys are sending it. Lions versus Cardinals in Glendale.
Give me the Cardinals, man.
Give them the Cards. Give them the.
I like Kyler this year.
Give them the Cards. Next is Ravens versus Dallas in Dallas.
I think the Ravens are going to get the first one of the season.
Fuck.
They're going to beat the Cowboys. And the Cowboys are going to be 1-2.
Cowboys 1-2. I hate both these teams. Honestly, I hate the Ravens more. Next is Sunday Night Football. Chiefs versus your Falcons. He's praying.
Falcons.
Next is we have a double Monday Night Football games. Next is Jaguars versus Bills.
Bills. Jags look bad, man.
Next is Commander versus Bengals. Don't you fucking dare.
You're the Bengals.
Thank God.
Bengals get their first win.
All right, so you picked Jets,
I like that.
Browns, Eagles, Texans. Did you pick Vikings? Pick Texans or Vikings?
I picked Saints. It's not Saints versus Vikings.
I said Texans versus Vikings.
Oh, I picked Texans.
Okay. Big Buccaneers, Titans, Colts. Okay. All right. I'm gonna make some differences here. I know a couple differences I'll have.
Yeah, there's some different ones.
Cheers.
Thursday night.
Cheers sucks.
Patriots versus the Jets.
I'm going Jets as well. Fuck the Patriots.
The G-men take on the Browns in
No.
Cleveland.
You know, love you, Malik. Can't do it, though. Your team sucks. It's not you, it's them. Browns.
Philly versus the Saints.
You know,
Don't you fucking dare.
I'm going to do it.
You're a piece of shit.
The Saints keep on rolling. You know, the Eagles, they're still going to not have A.J. Brown. And I think his offense without him looks shitty. My take. Going Saints. And for difference purposes,
Texans versus Vikings.
I'm going Texans. Sorry, Sammy D.
Denver versus Tampa Bay.
I would pick Denver for difference purposes, but I can't. They haven't given me anything to fall back on.
They're not close enough
Going
for Tampa,
Tampa.
I don't think. Malik Willis and the Packers versus the Titans.
Still Titans, come on.
You then have the Bears taking on the Colts.
You know, I'm going to go with Bears here. I'm going to go with the Bears.
Sure.
The Bears.
The Bears. Subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Ring
Then we
that
have
bell.
Chargers, Steelers.
I'm going with the Chargers.
Both good Chargers.
Fuck the Steelers.
Then you got Skylar Thompson's Finns taking on Geno's Seattle Seahawks.
Going with Geno. Sorry.
It's unfortunate for the Dolphins.
Sorry, Skyler.
And then you got the Panthers versus the Raiders. Last chance.
No.
Last
Raiders.
chance?
Not fucking last chance.
Niners, Rams.
No.
Crazy. Lions, Cardinals.
Well, Lions.
Okay.
I'm sticking with you, Steve. You know, I picked against Lions a few times. I'm sorry.
I think they could easily win this game. I think the Cardinals could easily win this game.
You didn't look good last week.
I wouldn't be shocked if either team won this game. But I think I'll take the home team. Okay.
Take the home team.
Ravens versus them boys.
I think the Ravens also get their first win.
I
Unfortunately,
can't see a world where they start 0-3.
I hope they don't, because it'd be awesome. But I think they do. They're due.
Then you got Kansas City coming to Atlanta for a good old ass whooping against
Sorry,
Falcons.
I'm taking the Chiefs. You picked the Chiefs against my team last week, you cocksucker.
Asshole.
You
You have recent hate against these Chiefs, and you're still picking
You hypocrite.
Jags.
He picked the Chiefs last
Bills.
week. Fact. Roll a clip.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
I don't mean to hurt
I
yours.
think you are.
What do you mean? Why would I mean to hurt your feelings?
I think there's some ill intent coming out right now.
Lil intent?
Ill intent.
I'm past the fantasy.
Jags, Bills.
I'm going with Bills.
And then your boys versus the commies.
I mean, come on. Sorry, Jaden. Love you. Your team sucks, and we're due. Bengals.
All right, so the games we got to watch
Lions, Cardinals.
Lions, Cardinals, Falcons, Chiefs.
Well, we're watching anyway.
I mean, just the teams we got to look for in terms of differences. Lions, Cardinals,
Bears,
Falcons,
Colts.
Chiefs. Bears, Colts. Eagles, Saints.
Oh, yeah.
Because you did go Saints. Lions, Cardinals, Falcons, Saints, Bears, Colts, Saints, Eagles.
4 different.
4 games we got to take a look at to see who wins. I'm down 2-0. I've lost by 1 both times. No,
Great minds think alike.
So we'll have to get into that. But let's go a little deeper into these matchups. Nothing crazy, just a little quick. Patriots, Jets. This is a very losable game with the Jets. The Jets have beaten the Patriots once in like 20 years.
Yeah, but they did number 12 at the helm there.
They do now have Aaron Rodgers. Well, that the last 6 years. Tom Brady left in what, 2018?
It was
19?
COVID year, 2019, 2020.
Yeah, so they went a good 4 years still with only beaten once. And they could have won Mac Jones games for sure.
They lost off a punt return.
I do think they're going to win. I think
they as well.
I don't think it's a blowout game. I think it's a 24-17.
I think it is a blowout game.
You think it is?
I think the Patriots' honeymoon's over.
You think so?
I think it is.
All right.
I think this is the game where we realize, it's Jacoby Brissett.
Okay. Tough defense.
I think it's one of those games.
Tough Jets defense for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't looked great against the run actually, but tough Jets defense.
That is their off
Giants versus Cleveland Browns.
Do we have to go into that?
I don't really think so.
The Giants suck.
I think the Browns. I think this again will be like
I think Malik Neighbors goes for an easy 100 yards.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I mean, they're gonna be down most of the game.
You throwing that fucker?
He's definitely the best shooter on the team by a long shot.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree.
I mean, Wandale's been
top 10 in the league probably.
But Sean, I think they're gonna the defense is gonna be too good for the Browns. I think it's not gonna be close.
Cleveland's good defense.
Eagles Saints. I think the Eagles are gonna be just walking through their shit defensive line.
I went Saints because, like I said, what I've seen from the Eagles so far, even the Packers game, I don't know. They just don't look like a good team. I think Jalen Hurts hasn't looked good so far this season.
I don't think he has either.
And, I think without the Saquon heroics, Eagles are probably 0-2 right now.
Well, the Packers also look really good in week 1, too, without Jordan Love. I mean, injured now. But I think the Eagles would have done way better if it wasn't against the Falcons. Have a very good defensive back group. Like, it's not even glazed. Like, we have a top 15 corner, at least, and then 2 of the top 5 safeties in the football league. It's one of the best defensive back groups in the league for sure. And then it doesn't really matter. Whoever's at CB too, it's just you're there. And then slot. But like there wasn't much big playability. We have Jesse Bates is probably the best zone safety in football, and Justin Simmons is also. He's just. I mean, so I'm not going to say their offense was terrible because like they just played bad. I didn't think I thought Jalen Hurts made some great throws.
The one that Smith in the end zone was really good.
That's a really good throw between Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons. So like, I think against the Saints team, who is his Tyrann Mathieu, but Marshall Lattimore has been injured to start the year. I don't think. I mean,
I also did
think,
pick this for difference purposes.
I just think the Eagles are going to run through them. If they were like Carl Granderson, Brian Brzee, Cam Jordan, who's 38, like, okay.
Not everyone can dominate old age.
I think Eagles are going to run through
Going
them.
Saints, I still think,
I mean,
but
I could just be wrong. The Saints have been looking really good. Even then, their D lines look good. So like,
I don't think they're an MVP or not MVP.
I think
playoff team, but
and the Eagles DBs have looked bad. So like the Saints, if Derek Carr's on, he's on. I guess.
Yeah, their secondary is definitely an issue for them.
And they have so many names too. Like it's just poorly coached.
Big play slip.
At this point, it's poorly coached. I don't tell you.
Well, could be Darius getting a little older.
Quinyon Mitchell, big play slay. They drafted Cooper.
Well, Mitchell's
Deon,
a rookie,
too.
so we don't know the
They
jury's
brought back
still on
C.J.
him.
Gardner-Johnson.
I like him.
I want to say the other safety is Reed Blankenship. He's been good too since he's been in the league. If they have fine DBs, it's just they can't fucking play together, I guess. Texans, Vikings. I mean, I couldn't see the Vikings winning this game again.
I don't.
Like,
Texans have a good defense.
Texans are good.
Good offense. There's a well-rounded team.
Texans are good. I think the Vikings lose if Brock Purdy's not quarterback of their team last week. Because Fred Warner was playing out of his mind. I think he had 2 forced fumbles.
He played a very good game. You know, he's the best linebacker in football. I don't think it's disputable.
No.
Sorry, Roquan. Fuck you.
Depends what you want, but
no.
I think Roquan's definitely a better run defender.
No.
But, okay. Broncos, Bucks, nothing much here. Bucks are just better literally everywhere.
Broncos offense hasn't shown me anything past 2 weeks.
I don't know if there's a single player on the Broncos team that's better than maybe PS2. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, honestly.
They have better DBs.
Last week, I saw probably one of the best throws I've ever seen on Justin Fields. Didn't count on a hold, but that on-the-run throw, PS2 was right there on George Pickens. And, like,
I think it's kind of consensus right now that PS2 is the best corner. I'm not seeing a lot of sauce love these days. I'm seeing PS2. So, I mean, maybe they keep it close because their defense plays well enough. But I don't know. The Bears got a lot of guys taking the ball too. But the Bucks' weapons aren't the problem. It's their defense and their quarterback, and their run game's terrible, and their line's not great.
Rashad White's not good.
But
Packers, not good. He's just an inefficient running back.
Packers, Titans.
Malik Willis at home. I know they won last week.
Yeah, I mean, I think Will Levis. I think this is the team that Will Levis really could make mistakes against the Bears and the Jets. This is a team you can get away with some mistakes. Like, they're good with Jordan Love. They're not good with Malik Willis. They still scored 16 points last week against a mediocre Colts defense.
They're probably average at best as a group.
Bears, Colts. I think this could be a good game. I think this could be Caleb's best game.
I think Caleb does show a lot of improvement, and AR. I mean, he's not going to play with that like he did last week. But
yeah,
Packers defense, I say it's an above average squad.
I'm getting at least 4 sacks on Caleb though.
So well, they are going to miss the fourth Buckner. I mean, he is hurt. And who's their edge rushers over there?
Leathi Latu.
He got hurt too.
Samson Abukum. You saw.
I'm not worried about Samson Abukum.
I'm not worried about that. All right. We're looking. They're a linebacker. They're offensive tackles. So lose there. Dolphins or no? Seattle no. Steelers Chargers.
God.
I think this is a fucking 12-9 victory.
The thing is, I don't know. Like I literally said, and you pick it, it's a coin flip. Any team could win this game. I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be surprised if it's a blow for either team.
I'm not expecting a blowout.
I'm not either. I'm saying I'd only be surprised.
It is Justin again, so I think they're going to be limits passing for the Steelers.
He's kind of getting glazed too. Like, dude, like
I don't know how you're getting glazed, scoring 1 touchdown in 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. He's the starter. Like, just look what he's doing. I'm like, what is he doing?
You're managing the game when your defense doesn't allow people to get past the 50. Like
I said, you did make that one good throw. That was a great throw.
He's always done that. He's always had that one good throw. I remember the one he had DJ Moore in the back of the end zone against the Falcons was fucking crazy in the snow. It was fucking nuts. I was like, okay. But then he goes out and he throws shit fucking, he can't throw a slant. Like, he's the big play guy.
The team is winning because they're not relying on you to play a lot of football.
Yeah, they're winning because you don't have to do much.
Huh.
They're winning because if any team they've played had an offensive bone in them, like Falcons' offensive bone was not there week 1. They were so limited.
The bone wasn't there.
He didn't take a single snap under center. It was all shotgun, which they said was schemed. I was like, well, then we didn't watch film correctly. Dolphins, Seattle.
We watch film.
No Tua.
No Tua.
I don't know what this means for Dolphins receivers and fantasy. I'm kind of scared about Tyreek now.
I have Jalen Waddle in the league, too.
I think Tyreek will be fine, but I think it'll be a struggle for Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
But I think Tyreek's going to get force-fed, but Jalen Waddle might just kind of get fallen in the shuffle. But I don't know how long. Tua's going to be at least 4 weeks. So, like, which is it's a concussion. I know he's had a history, but 4 weeks for a concussion?
I think it's just for safety precautions.
It's just, come on. I mean, I'm sure he was not happy about that.
This is a long-term move here. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be concussed for 4 weeks.
I don't think this was a Tua decision.
But, like, at the same time, he does have that history, and Mike McDaniel said, you're the starting family quarterback, so, you know, just looking out for his guy.
Yeah.
Because they did just recently pay him.
He kissed him.
Kissed him. A little weird, but hey, I get it. You know, it's your guy. But they did just pay him, so they don't want to like rush him back, and then same shit happen. I know it's probably rare for him to do that again. Hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yep.
But like they're just this is protecting your investment here. That's what that is to me. It's a smart move, I think.
I'm not disputing it. I just think
it is crazy.
It's kind of crazy to put someone on the IR for a concussion. I mean, I guess Tua is the one exception. So. But, I mean, I'm sure Tua probably wasn't thrilled.
I don't think it's ever been done before.
Concussion's a weak injury. Panthers, Raiders, I think Max Crosby might have an Aiden Hutchinson day. This is going to be fucking a shit show. I mean, unless Andy Dalton's getting the ball out, man.
He might. He's known for that.
He might be better at getting the ball quicker because he's a veteran quarterback not trying to make big plays like Bryce Young.
He's not a screaming QB.
So
he's not going to make plays with his feet.
Like I said, the bucket. 49ers, Rams. If Stafford can find a way to keep this game close, he's going to be up there all time, in my opinion. Like, he's up there. He's like a top 10 QB all time for me. I think he's top 10. If you can like survive with this group, you're just a fucking different talent, brother. Like, you're different.
You're just a different talent.
Like, we've seen Mahomes last year throwing the fucking shitters. This is practice squad players. It's against the best team in football.
This is undrafted rookie.
One of the best teams in the NFL. If you can keep this game close, I don't expect it to.
This is arguably I think it's the best defense of football, but
yeah. Lions, Cardinals. I think this is going to be the best game of the week. One of these next 3 games I think will be really good. Game of the week.
Jaguars, Bills. I would think it'd be a good game, but like I haven't seen much.
Even that game, I wasn't even talking about that game.
I haven't seen much from the Jaguars.
I think Lions, Cardinals will be the highest scoring game of the week. I think we're getting like, I'm taking the over, whatever it is. I think it could be like 30s to 30s, like big game.
35-30.
Like
35-31, so I'm going with that.
I could see I wouldn't even be shocked at a 40-point game at one of these teams. This is going to be a high scoring game. Start them in fantasy. But I do like the Cardinals in Glendale. I like them at home.
You know, I think the Lions bounce back, and I think this is the week their offense really explodes.
I think, like I said, very easily the Lions win this game. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
It's another coin toss, you know?
I think it comes down to defense, and I think the Cardinals have a better defense. I think they do. I think the Cardinals, not names, but their defense performs better. Like, it's just a fact. They've done that even last year. The Cardinals' defense was terrible in terms of names, and they played way better than expectations. Significantly better than expectations.
I feel like a lot of like teams do that. Like, we'll think they'll be like a terrible group, then they'll play.
Same thing with Minnesota last year. Like, both of them.
Same with the Rams, too.
The Rams were bad last year, too. I think the Cardinals were like an above average group, in my opinion, which is average for me is like middle of the league. So they're top 15 group defenses last year. But game of the week, I think that's my favorite for game of the week. But then Cowboys Ravens could easily be. I don't think this is a 30-point game, but I'm thinking 20s all day. I think the Ravens are going to run down their throats because the Cowboys did lose a lot of D-linemen.
Here we go.
And I think after getting shit on by the Saints, they're going to bounce back. But, I don't think it's going to be enough. The Ravens.
I can see both teams winning here, but I just do not see a world that we live in that the Ravens are 0-3.
Yeah. With
the reigning MVP. Not don't get me wrong, it's Bengals.
After losing to the Chiefs by a touchdown.
I would love that.
Losing to the Chiefs by a touchdown, losing to the Raiders by a field goal, and then come out and lose again to the Cowboys. That'd be a terrible slate.
I feel like this is like Ravens. Like I feel like Ravens always lose to a shit team too. Like kind of start like choke a lead because they were up 14.
All good teams lose to bad teams they shouldn't lose to. Like it's everybody.
It's not just the Bengals.
There's the year the Chiefs started 0-3, right?
It was. I think they were 1-3, but still.
They started out in a bad team. They lost some games they should have won. They won the Super Bowl.
They got embarrassed by the Titans that year.
They won the Super Bowl that year. Like it was just.
It wasn't that year actually.
They went to the Super Bowl that year.
They went to the AFC Championship.
You lost to your Bengals.
Yep, they sure did.
They
That was the Titans with the
won the
1 seed.
division that year. Or the conference, is what I meant. They're the 1 seed, weren't they?
No, the Titans were.
That year?
The Titans were the
Tennessee
1
Titans?
seed. Yeah.
With
'Cause
what
remember-
record?
They were because remember you said, "Oh, the Titans were the 1 seed, worst 1 seed ever." You and Logan saying that, talking about the Bengals had a fucking fluke year at Super Bowl.
I mean, that was the fact that I'm making this face right now proves that was a terrible 1 seed. What was their wins?
Like 12-4, 13-4. No, it was
That's
like, It was like
crazy.
12-5. Well, the Chiefs started slow.
I mean,
The
I guess.
Bills,
I'm kind of losing that year. It's kind of a. It's kind of
fuck you.
it's a year.
Some
it
people
feels
think that's
like,
the best playoffs ever.
It feels like a year. Who thinks that? You?
A lot of people on TikTok.
Who thinks that?
I've seen a lot of people on
you
TikTok say
fucking
it.
think that.
It was a
You
great year. It was a
motherfucker.
great year.
People think it's.
It had some great games.
You know, a lot of people saying the
Bills
Falcons
and
Eagles
Chiefs.
Game. A lot of people
That was a
think,
great playoff
a lot
game.
of people think the Super Bowl.
Nobody
You
thinks
know,
that.
a lot of people think Falcons Patriots thinks the best Super Bowl ever because the Patriots came back
It's
and
not.
won.
Actually, it was good Super Bowl.
Good Super Bowl.
Same Super Bowl.
I don't think your playoffs was very memorable playoffs.
It was.
I didn't know the Titans were the 1 seed. I completely forgot. I had no idea.
Because I got embarrassed by the Bengals.
Embarrassed is crazy. Didn't you win by a field goal?
Yeah, but after 9 sacks, Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times, threw for 350.
Sorry. AJ Brown had a crazy catch that game. I remember that.
It was mid.
But next game, my Falcons and Chiefs. Could be a really good game. Depending on
Could
offensive
be.
play from our team. Chiefs are down Checo
They're
and
down
Marquise
Pacheco.
Brown now for the year.
Yeah, he's out for at least the regular season.
But
I don't know
their
about
offense
playoffs.
really hasn't looked crazy yet, I don't think. It looked good in week 1 against the Ravens,
Looked like shit.
but it looked explosive against the Ravens. Not many. I don't think it was. It didn't come off as dominant. It came off as explosive to me. And then against your Bengals, the only offense was an explosive play to Rasheed Rice.
And that shouldn't even happen because
And then
Canfield
Pacheco
really
just running
slowed
for it.
down on that play.
Yeah.
I also saw Patrick Mahomes' pass chart. He went 18 for 25 that game against the Bengals. 13 of his passes were behind line of scrimmage. That's crazy. I did not think that.
I mean,
I didn't think that, especially watching that game. I know he checked down a lot, but it was that much.
yeah, take your check downs.
Take the check down.
Falcons, game of the year against Eagles.
Game of the year's crazy.
Best playoffs ever is crazy.
I didn't say it was the best playoffs ever.
That is what you said. That's exactly what you said.
Okay,
Some people think it's the best playoff ever.
I was kidding when I said that, but I have seen TikTok saying it was a memorable play. It was a memorable playoffs. There's games. I'm not even talking about the Bengals. The Chiefs Bills game. That's argued like the best playoff game ever.
Yeah,
And
it's not
saying-
even that it's a memorable playoffs. I just don't associate that playoffs with your Super Bowl.
Because you hate my team.
No, I don't hate your team. It wasn't the teams that had the best games didn't make the Super Bowl. And there was the Rams Bucks play
That's what I'm saying.
game.
See, memorable.
So
games.
I don't think of
And
I
the Rams
don't
won
think
Super Bowl,
of
so they
I
won
don't
Super Bowl.
think of that season for that. Like I was Brady. I mean, I guess.
And the iconic AFC Championship game, down 18, came back. Iconic.
iconic T.
iconic.
Higgins face mask pull.
It wasn't called. It's not a penalty if it's not called.
I think the Falcons.
Just like you rob a bank, you don't get caught. You didn't rob
Falcons
that
not
bank.
going to win. I don't think they'll win this game, but I'm not going to pick against them. I hope they win.
I think they'll compete.
I think they can stay in the game.
It'll be a low-scoring game.
I think it could be
I'll hit you with another score here. I'll go.
I'm going to pick my team to win, obviously.
I'm going to go 24-20.
Give me my Falcons winning 27-24.
Holy shit. A little higher scoring.
I think our offense is good enough. I think it's going to get better and better, I think. So, let's see.
I think the Chiefs defense is definitely not as good as last year. Losing to Jerry Sneed, that last
sure.
second corner is pretty rough.
Jags Bills. I mean,
The Jags
I'm not
just
excited.
have not
This isn't
impressed
a game that I've seen that I don't care about this game. Like there's games on here I'm like excited. I want to watch the Cardinals Lions game. I want to see my game, obviously. I would rather watch the Chargers Steelers game than this game. Like I could care less about this game.
Oh,
It
no.
just- It's not an exciting game to me.
The Chargers Steelers going to be a lot of
I'd rather watch Colts Bears game. Like I don't care about this fucking game. I think the Bills'
Yeah.
offense is bad. I think Jaguars are overrated and their coach is overrated. I think Doug Peterson's mid coach.
I don't know, man. Like the Jaguars haven't shown anything to impress me.
I could be wrong. This could be game of the fucking week, but I'm not
I don't
excited
know.
about
See,
watching these teams.
Trevor Banks Stadium hasn't impressed me.
I'm not excited about this game like, at all.
The Bills, I think I was kind of wrong about them. I think they're better than I thought. I didn't think they make playoffs. I think they do now. I mean, I don't fucking know.
I think they could. I just. It depends who they have to play down the stretch. I think they'll make. They'll
still
probably make a
gotta
wild
They
card.
still got to play the Jets twice.
I don't think they'll win the division.
I don't know. They could.
It depends on
Especially how much Tua misses.
it depends on Tua. I mean, we'll have to see.
We will see.
Bengals, Commanders,
I mean, come on. We're due.
clear favorites.
The due is due.
I don't want to. I wonder if the spread is on this game. The
We'll probably-
Commanders haven't scored many touchdowns either. I don't think
Let's say they scored.
they didn't score one last week.
They had 2. Jaden had 2 rushing touchdowns week 1. I think it was almost touchdowns. He didn't have any passing touchdowns.
Did
So
Brad
2
Robinson-
touchdowns in 2 games.
Did Brad Robinson get in the end zone week 1? What was the
I
score week
don't know. It was 37-20. So 2 touchdowns,
Maybe.
2 field goals.
Yeah,
I like my team.
I like you guys.
We're due.
It's clear favorite should win. If you don't win,
Under the lights in the jungle.
if we lose this game, we might start having some questions.
If we lose this game, like I said, I'm buying a plane ticket, going to Golden Gate Bridge, and I'm going to jump.
Historically, the Bengals have usually bounced back week 3, though. That's how they have it done. That's how they've done it.
Usually, don't you fucking
So,
jinx
I'm
it.
not jinxing.
You knock on wood. You said usually we do good week 3. Knock on actual wood.
I have one.
Not your dick.
All right, Bengals win. Picks Commanders.
I'd rather watch that game than the Jaguars Bills.
I mean, even the Niners Vikings seems like a better game than me. Oh, Vikings. I was scrolled up. Texans Vikings. I'd rather watch. Eagles Saints. There's so many games I'd rather. No, I wouldn't.
Bengals Commanders.
That's crazy. I wouldn't. I was gonna say Panthers Raiders.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Maybe
I
won half the ball.
I'm not a fan of these teams. Like I'm not even a fan. I could care less. I don't think none of them are a threat.
No offenses have been enticing so far.
I don't think either team's a threat, personally, to anything. But
I
we're
agree.
gonna head into trivia because we're looking at this is probably an hour 45 vid.
Yeah.
We're leaning towards it. Starting Pirtle. You know the guess.
LeBron James.
LeBron.
One of these times it's going to be LeBron, and
I agree.
you know,
Let me start this recording.
it's giving us kind of shitty players. So how about we get a fucking maybe a
I don't even
role
want
player?
Crazy player. Just
Give us a
someone
role player.
who's not like. I want to see some minutes here. Now I can start LeBron.
Fuck.
He's close to number 23. Up. So he's 24, 25, 26. He's
I
obviously
think it's only 2.
younger
I
than
don't think it's
39, younger than 6'9". He's a guard. He's not in the West.
3. So an East guard,
East guard, young. What's Maxie's number?
he's 0.
Why am I thinking 20s? I'm not good with numbers at all.
A 20 guard in the East.
Guard in the
He's-
East.
What number is Drew?
I think he's 0 too, or 9 or something like that.
Derek White's 9.
Maybe 11,
11 sounds right.
21 maybe.
Well, no, 11's Peyton Pritchard.
21.
It's not past 23. I'm thinking,
I don't think
dumbass.
that's what they do.
Okay, let's think of teams in the East.
Let's go to. Are we LaMelo Ball? He's number 1.
He's number 2. Or I mean, I think he's number 1 now. Actually, yeah, he gives number 2.
Could be a shit player.
Getting vibes that too.
Raptors. We have
Quickly, who's 0 or 5?
0.
5. Regardless, dudes. Who else is a guard on that team?
Guard in the East.
RJ Barrett, what's his number?
I think he's a
It's
guard.
also single
I
digit.
think he's a guard. I think he's a forward too. Let's just go with the Washington Wizards point guard. Who's that?
What's Tyus Jones?
Let's go with the
No, I don't know.
New York Knicks point guard, Jalen Brunson.
He's 11.
We just need a conference.
What about McCall?
I don't know what number he wears. He's not a guard. Fuck it.
Could be
Right?
guard / forward.
Okay. It's not a guard / forward. No, it's a guard.
Oh.
He is a guard / forward. East, 6'6". He's 6'6", and he's McCall's wearing number 1. And he's not in the Atlantic
Fuck
Conference.
me.
So he's not on the Celtics, Knicks, Nets.
I'm not good with NBA conferences.
I kind of know a little bit after playing this game. He's not a Celtic, Nick, Net. He's not in. Who's the. No. Dumbass. I almost forgot about Dane again.
LOL.
Almost forgot about Dane.
He wears number
What's Darius Garland wearing these days?
10.
10. Donovan?
He's 45. But that's close, though.
It's not close, yeah. 20. It's going to be 24, 25. Who wears 24? Who's wearing 24? Who's 6'6"? And he's a young cat. He's under 26
That's another shitter.
in the East.
Let's think who just recently got drafted. Let's go that route.
In the East?
Let's go that route.
It's like all the guards went to the West.
Yeah, Castle.
Timberwolves took Rob.
What about...
Oh,
I had somebody.
Louis Cook. What about a little Detroit Piston action?
Well, Cade's number 2. Jaden
Cade's
Ivey's
2.
23.
23, but it's 23 or higher. Damn. So Ron Holland, I think he was 0, maybe. Backups, fucking couldn't tell you. That's new guys. Malik Beasley went to the Pistons. It'll help us with the division.
Is he that young? I think he's been in the league for a minute.
I think he's in his high 20s, probably.
He's also 6'6". Like it's tall for him.
That's too tall. You're right. Guard 6'6", under 28, 23.
Oh, where is? No, he's not wearing that. I'm a fucking idiot.
What about?
He's also barely in the league.
What about?
What about?
Ben McMatherin?
He's number 22. I think he's a forward.
T.J. McConnell? No, he's over.
He's number
28.
9.
He's over 28. I'm just gonna run somebody. We need some division.
I'm
gonna run a.
What about?
Charlotte Hornet.
What about? Oh, I keep saying what about like a fucking player.
I'm gonna name a name because we're. I'm gonna type in a letter. Getting
There
inspiration.
you go. Type in a letter. Fill the blank.
I'm gonna run. Fuck it. I'm gonna run. Jaden Ivey. Just get our comments. See if he's in this division. Not in the division.
Is the Central?
It's Central, not in the division.
So he's not a Pacer. He's not a
not
Buck.
Buck,
He's
not
not a.
Cav.
Cal.
Let's go down. Heat. Miami Heat. Tyler Hero.
Ooh, he's 14.
True.
Point guard.
Terry Rozier. He's over. I think he's over 28.
He's a single digit.
He's not 6'6" either.
Oh, no, he's in single digit too. I was thinking Dylan, right? He
Wizard.
played with him Fortnite the other day.
Heat. Hawk. Hornet. Or we
Um,
literally talked about this the other day. Wizard. Heat. Hawk. Hornet.
was it
Wizard. Heat. Hawk.
is
Hornet.
there another
Magic.
Florida team? Oh, Magic.
Magic.
Orlando Magic.
Jalen Suggs.
Oh,
Cole Anthony. They're
I
not
think
6'6".
50.
They're not 6'6" though.
No, not like that.
Jalen Suggs actually is probably close to 6'6".
He's number 5 though.
He's too low.
I'm getting backup vibe. All the starters don't fit this criteria.
I'm gonna run Jimmy Butler. See if we get the comp for the division. He's in the Southeast. Okay.
Nice. Not on the Heat though.
He's not in the Heat. He wears 24, 25 confirmed.
Okay.
He's either a Wizard, Hawk, Magic, or Hornet. And he is
He's
a
on the
pure
Hornet.
guard.
I could generally.
Pure guard.
Ooh,
Brandon Miller?
Grant Williams. What number
Is
is
he a guard?
wear? He might.
He's a forward.
I don't know.
I really feel
I
like
feel like he's
a
like
forward.
6'6". He might be a guard in the
He's
Hornets.
over 20. He's not 20. He's not 23 or 24. He's not 27, 26. He has to be 25.
25. Oh, the number.
25 years old.
Oh, 25 years old. I don't think it's Grant Williams.
Brandon Miller's too young too. Hawk, wing. No, I can't think of him. 25. That's like years removed from drafting. That's like 6 years in the league almost. He drafted him when he was like 19 years old, 20. Looking for a fucking 5-year vet, damn near. Guard, who's 6'6". Where's number 24?
I don't even know. 24?
Wizard? I couldn't tell you who their fucking starting lineup is. Call me a casual. I got no fucking
I'm a
clue.
casual. I feel like there's a lot of casuals and you can't name any Wizards because the roster sucks that bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Patrick Baldwin. Steve starting over there these days. Jordan Poole?
He's 13.
He was 13?
Mm-hmm.
It's a terrible number.
Well, makes sense for him.
Terrible. Fuck, I can't think. It's Silhouette?
Sure, that's a little
I think I got it.
Hang on.
That is fucking Corey Kispert. I think that's Corey Kispert. 100%.
Nice.
I feel bad. I forgot he even played on. Fuck, I shouldn't. All
Good
right.
shooter. Good shooter.
Corey Kispert brings it home for us as we go to the connections. We're not doing football because football's too easy. Just basketball. Here we got MJ, Dwayne Wade,
Pussies.
Big Baby Glenn Davis. Oh, I see some Miami Heat players. Chris Bosh, Alonzo Mourning, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero.
Getting.
Current Miami Heat players: Bam, Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Josh Richardson.
Yep. From that.
What else would they be here for? Random Magic. Hey, let's go. Good start. Good start.
Players. Then we got
Heat all-time scoring list, maybe. Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Alonzo Mourning.
Shaq. No, Shaq's not on that.
Surely not the all-time scorer for the Heat.
Harris
Naj
never
Reid's
played
the
one.
6th man of the year. Sean Marion, 6th man of the year.
Sean Marion. Oh, he's right there.
Big Baby, maybe. Can't tell you.
There's Clem Davis. Oh, that's Clem Davis.
That's Glenn Davis. That's Chris Bosh.
Low key thought that was Alonzo. Oh, Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see that guy. Well, who else would have won fucking 6 man? Clyde.
Maybe it's maybe it's rookie of the year.
Is that Vlade D-Lock?
Maybe it's rookie of the year. Ben Simmons,
Jordan.
Jordan, Shaq,
Michael
probably. Naj Reid has to be here for 6th man of the year, though. He has to. What else would he be here for?
Well, who else would have won 6 man?
I think this guy is a notorious 6th man. Sean Marion.
Well, yeah. But
Big Baby.
who else?
We could wait for that one.
D-Wade. No.
Is it a? Why are there so many Heat players too? That's weird. Maybe it's MJ, Clyde, D Wade.
I was thinking shooting guards.
MJ, Clyde, D Wade. What the shooting guards? Alonzo, Vlade, Shaq, Big Baby, centers. Chris Bosh is like a power forward center hybrid.
Well, you got Parrish.
I think he's a center too. I guess.
Center.
I confuse him as a power forward sometimes. Let's go. Hint?
Let's get it.
Medium hit.
Went to LSU. Oh, that's Shaq. Ben Simmons. Look, I saw him too. I thought of LSU for a second. I'm not good with colleges like that. D-Wade went to Marquette. Chris Bosh went to LSU. No,
He went to like somewhere, not LSU. Jordan didn't. Vlade's probably from overseas. I'm guessing surely.
Or Paris. I don't think so. Sean Marion. I don't know. I think we saved that. We saved that. Okay, so we know.
So it's not these three.
Yeah. And I was really good at fucking LSU.
I think you did, yeah.
On the LSU guy shouldn't know this.
Maybe I'm not 100%. I just feel like what else would it be here for?
True that. Anything Olympics?
Fucking hope not. Jordan, D Wade, Drexler feels right. Who would be the last one? A hint?
Why not?
Remember retired, but maybe.
So that's D Wade.
Fucking Jordan too.
Oh my god, it is.
Bosh, Mourning.
Oh my god, it is. Yeah, Jordan.
I hate that so
Fuck
much,
you.
dude. Fuck you guys. No more hints. We gotta get this right. Who went to LSU? You get fucking 4 mistakes. Could be.
Tangling! Let me cook! What are these fuckers for? 4 resubmit.
Four randoms.
Let's see what it was. Most stocks by not. Okay. Sure.
Steals and blocks.
I'd have been here all day.
Solid connection. 2 hints, but
I'd have been here all day for that one.
not bad. But that'll do it for episode 12. This is kind of how the layout's going to be until NBA starts up for the next couple weeks.
It's in the books.
We're going to be talking mostly NFL as the season is rampant, and it's our teams. Our teams are relevant, both of them at the same time for the first time in a long time.
Maybe
Falcons and Bengals haven't been relevant together.
The jury's out on us being relevant.
Go Birds!
Go Bengals!
Let's rise up, Brady. Baby.
Go Tigers!
Go
Tigers!
Let's beat them Chiefs.
Let's beat the Commanders.
I'd love to beat the Chiefs. It'd be cool.
Let's beat the Commanders and the worst team in football, the Panthers. I mean, come on.
Go watch podcast. Episode 12. We're 3 months in.
Sure are, Cotton.
3 months of successful podcasting.
Pray for him, Jersey.
Victory. PFE Empire.